Test 1, 2, sound okay?
Yeah, it sounds good.
All righty. And welcome. We are live from North Valley High School on this presentation of the Abbey's Legendary Pizza Game of the Week, live with HD video on mybasin.com. Tonight's contest between the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans and the North Valley Knights. Both teams at the bottom of the Skyline Conference. North Valley entering league play 1-6 and 6-14 overall. Klamath Union still looking for their first win. They are 0-7, 7-14 overall on the season. I'm Josh Eldridge. Along with me is Dick North. Running the live stream this evening is Cale Harms on the camera. And we are glad you could join us from North Valley High School, over the hill and sort of out in the county tonight. And should be a good contest, and one that Klamath Union should feel pretty confident going into, I would think. Right, Dick?
I hope so. You know, I'd love to see the girls come away with a win. This is a good place to do it. You know, beat these guys on the road in their home gymnasium. That'd be great.
All right, well, we're getting ready for the starting lineups later on here in just a bit, but we'll take a look around the state before we do that. As other games going on in the Skyline Conference, is Mazama is at home against Phoenix, and Henley at home against Hidden Valley. Next time out, still not a lot of Basin teams playing. We're just left here in the Skyline Conference. Klamath Union's next matchup is against Phoenix. Henley will be playing Mazama next week, and these North Valley Knights will be playing their rival, the Hidden Valley Mustangs. See, most of these teams, 1A teams like Osana Christian and Triad, and 2A teams, that's Lost River, Lakeview, those schools, Bonanza in that as well. Their season's already over. Their rankings freeze this weekend, and we'll go over the playoff scenarios for all those leagues coming up here in just a bit. And, of course, starting lineups and tip-off. Coming up next, it's Lady Pelicans basketball coming up on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on Adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamoya, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
Wondering if you're coming home. place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Star Spangled Banner done tonight by the members of the North Valley Choir. As again, we get ready for Klamath Union Lady Pelicans basketball live right here on mybasin.com. We're on the road tonight at North Valley High School. Glad you could join us wherever you are and wherever you might be watching. Maybe on the big screen. We're available on smart TVs if you go to your YouTube and subscribe to My Basin on YouTube. And also on any gaming devices, a PlayStation, Xbox, anything you got. And, of course, just in your browser, again, on mybasin.com. So we've got our starting lineups tonight for the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans. A starting guard, the sophomore, it's Anna Mendez. Number 5, a junior, Mackenzie Probst. Number 10, Kylie Anderson, a senior. Number 20, the sophomore, Cassidy Mahan. And number 23, the senior, Shatil Wata. Your starting 5 for the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans this evening.
The Pelicans are coached by Maria Rivera, that's assisted by Taylor Beach and Farron Hayes.
And the starting lineups for the North Valley Knights tonight, coached by Lauren King. Starting number 22, Carly Toohey, the sophomore. Number 2, Abby Kirkland, the junior. Number 23, Ashley Moore, a senior. Number 21 is Kaylee Toohey, a senior. And number 3, a senior, Hannah Kirsten. Those are your starting 5 for the North Valley Lady Knights in the white uniforms. They've got the nice maroon and the yellow trim. And our Klamath Union Pelicans tonight, the black uniforms and the darker red numbers, white trim. This place sure to fill up later on tonight when the boys play. We'll talk about those games a bit later on too, but right now, of course, concerned with Lady Pelicans basketball, coming to you live from the gym at North Valley High School in Merlin, just north of Grants Pass. So we get ready for the tip tonight. It's going to be Cassidy Mahan and Carly Toohey to start things out for us this evening. Tip goes up. It's won by the Knights, and they'll take it as they move left to right into the near basket from our vantage point this evening. Nice kick out, taking a shot. Ashley Moore misses it. The rebound to the Knights, the layup, no good. And now Probst is going to take it out. Again, Klamath Union comes into league play tonight with an 0-7 league record. And North Valley 1-6, their only win coming at Pell Court earlier this season against these Klamath Union Pelicans. We'll see if maybe KU can get some revenge on the road as Anna Mendez misses a shot there. Toohey in transition, lays it up off the glass. It rolls down in a basket to start things out for North Valley. They lead 2-0 with 7:14 to go in the first quarter. Now Mackenzie Probst with it for Klamath Union on the other side. The Lady Pelicans, they can sometimes heat up shooting. Nice to get right into the paint, maybe 8-foot jump shots, and that's where they live. But turnover there their second of the night. And Ana Mendez steals that one away. North Valley back with it. The layup is knocked down by Carly Tui. 4-0. Kaylee Tui, number 21, the senior, and Carly Tui, the sophomore. She'll be number 22 this evening. Pair of sisters to look out for. The Tui family runs deep in North Valley Knights lore. Is missed shot there from, I believe that was Mendez. 4-0, 6.5 to go in the first. Pass goes out to Cassidy Mahan in the corner to Ana Mendez. She shoots for three, hits the side of the backboard, but follows her own shot, gets the rebound. Another turnover, though, as Kirsten is going to take that one away. That will be last touched by Kylie Anderson.
You know, turnovers are going to be a factor in this game. You know, the last time these two teams met, they were equal amount of turnovers. They both had 18, so hopefully they do better than that tonight, KU.
Shot for mid-range from Mendez, maybe a bit hurried, but KU at the rebound. Kylie Anderson gets her shot blocked by Kaylee Tui. And now North Valley takes it into the front court. They played decent defense so far, 2 steals. That'll be one of them, and that'll be a foul called, and Abby Kirkland will go to the line for 2 shots. Charge the foul to Ana Mendez.
Foul on Anderson. Kirkland shooting 2.
The first shot is no good. Still 4-0, 5.5 to go in the first. Again, if you're sitting there in Klamath Falls or wherever you might be, and you like to share the broadcast, all you got to do is share the link with your friends, as we are going to be live all evening with the boys' game following this contest. Mackenzie Probst handles it beyond the key for KU, gives it to Anderson. She shoots, it's no good. KU gets their own rebound, but turns the ball over once again, and now Tui in transition. It's stolen away by Probst, last touched. Oh, rather, they're going to say that Tui pushed Anderson out of bounds. So KU will stay with possession. They're going to charge the foul, I believe, to Kaylee Tui. That's her first. 1 foul apiece for each of these teams, and some subs coming in for KU. Catherine Bustamante and Jada Wells will come in for Kylie Anderson and Ana Mendez. Bustamante kicks it back out to Mahan. Back to Catherine. Good passing on the outside. Bustamante getting everyone off their feet. Back to Mackenzie Probst. Cassidy trying to find the open player and gets it to Probst. She shoots for 3, no good. Still 5-0, 4:47 to go in the first. KU gets it back, pass inside to Bustamante. She kicks it out to Jada Wells. A lot of playing in the far corner for KU. See if they can try to find some separation and get some points up on the board. Shatil Wata finds an open shot from mid-range, and he'll take it and miss, and a foul is called. So North Valley with it. KU pressing right from the jump. Tui mid-range, that had some good arc to it, and that one will fall. It's going to be 7-0, and Coach Ramirez is going to take a timeout. We're going to take one as well. 7-0, North Valley leads with 4:13 to go in the first. You're watching Lady Pelicans basketball on mybasin.com.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back. We're live with HD video on mybasin.com. Lady Pelicans trail the North Valley Knights 7-0 with 4:13 to go in the first quarter. Klamath Union has had trouble finding open shots, and North Valley has taken away from it twice, playing good defense.
Yeah, the Tui sisters are working really well together, and they're getting some looks down underneath the basket. And the North Valley's working it inside, and that's where all but two of their points have come from. They're getting it in 4 feet of the bucket. So KU's got to adjust their defense a little bit. They're playing a press, but it doesn't do any good if you leave people open underneath the basket. So we'll see what happens.
And KU will start with it. Bustamante, Wata, Wells, Mahan, and Probst, the 5 out there for KU. Probst made a nice move to the basket, but loses the handle on it, I think. Maybe she was fouled in the process. I think KU's going to stick with it now. Bustamante gets it to Shatil, and she is fouled. That's going to be the 3rd team foul for North Valley, as that's 2 in pretty quick succession. Could put them into trouble later on. It's kicked out to Wells. She tries to find a look. Rather, that's Shatil, and she still misses it off the backboard. Bounce pass to Moore. She took some contact, tries to kick it out, but Shatil will steal it away. She tries to work up, and she gets knocked over, and that's going to be a travel. She took some contact and falls over, but no call. And North Valley with it, 3:42 to go in the first, 7-0. And getting fouled on the other side was Abby Kirkland. She'll get her 3rd and 4th chances at the line now. In this game on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Abby's Legendary Pizza. You can head to one of their locations for the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street right near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school athletics. Kirkland makes the first of 2, extends the lead to 8-0. It's 3:38 left to go in the first. Second free throw, bounces out. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Probst. She tries to work it up. She'll slow down. Probably the best decision. Gets it to Bustamante. Tries to find, I believe that's Shatil working up. And a blocking foul is going to be called. And making the shot was Jada Wells. So she will get a shot at the free throw line, a chance to convert a 3-point play. So that was a good job taking the contact, drawing the foul, and now a chance to trim into this lead, if not just a little bit. That one will miss, though. 8-2, the first points of the game, credited to Jada Wells. Possession stays with KU there. Bustamante gets it to Wells, kicks it out to Catherine. She finds McKenzie for 3. And now to Probst. Kick it outside to McKenzie. Now to Cassie Mahan. She takes a shot from 3, hits the back of the rim. KU doing a good job getting the rebounds, though. Those are a couple of long ones they were able to grab. Catherine now has an open look, and she hits those pretty consistently. It's now 8-5, and KU making a case to get back in this game. They trail by 3 with 2:37 left to go in the first, but North Valley able to pick apart that press, but failed to convert on the points. And now North Valley back with it. Shot from mid-range, no good. It was taken by Ashley Moore, and now Tui with it. She banks it in off the glass, and that'll be good for 3. And just like that, the Knights answer back. It's 11-5 now with 2:11 to go in the first. Catherine Bustamante takes another shot from 3. That one doesn't fall. The rebound is going to be grabbed by Carly Toohey. That one goes up and in. It's 2 more points for the North Valley Knights. 13-5, a minute 51 to go in the first quarter. Catherine now with it. Over to Shatil. Back out to Mackenzie Probst. Bustamante, slick move to the basket. She lays it up and in with the right hand. A nice move to get around the defenders. It's 13-7, a minute 16 to go in the first. Charging the basket was Moore. She doesn't get it, but with the rebound and the putback is Abby Kirkland. These teams, which once looked to be a low-scoring first quarter, have started to kind of trade blows. It's still 15-7 with 57 seconds left to go in the first. Throwing up a floater was Shatil Wata, no good, but Mackenzie Probst with the rebound. She gets it to Cassie Mahan, who takes a shot just inside the three-pointer, and it doesn't fall. Goes out of bounds right in front of Coach Lauren King over there for the North Valley Knights. Ashley Moore with it now. It's stolen away by Catherine Bustamante. And a scuffle for it at about midcourt and jump ball. Possession to the Knights. Good defense being played there by KU. The press hasn't worked for them too much, but it worked for them a bit there. And now North Valley with 27 seconds left to go in the first. We'll see how they decide to deal with these final shots of the quarter. Checking in was Sydney Moore. She tries to get it outside to Ashley Moore. No relation, of course. And with 15 seconds left to go, the foul's called. And North Valley will inbound it. Kick outside, now back in to Eva Smith. Shot's going to be grabbed by Shatil Wata. They got 7 seconds to get the shot off. She's going to pull up just beyond the three-point arc and swishes it down. Couldn't quite tell if they gave her the three, and they will. So the score after one, 15-10. Klamath Union at one point down by 8, are now down by 5 at the end of the first. Again, 15-10 in the second. You're watching Lady Pelicans basketball live on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Welcome back inside the gym here at North Valley High School. You're watching Lady Pelicans basketball on mybasin.com. KU stuck with it in the first quarter, once down by 8, find themselves behind 15-10, sort of awoke about halfway through the quarter. And start with the basketball here. Dick, what'd you see from them? I thought their defense looked quite good.
It did. You know, they were pressuring North Valley. There were a couple of lapses where they let the North Valley players get down underneath the bucket and scored some easy twos, but overall, you know, KU's playing pretty good defense. They're still pressing, and they're causing some difficulty for North Valley. So hopefully they'll keep it up and make a lot of turnovers, or cause a lot of turnovers, sorry.
And they get one right there with the over and back. They knock that ball loose, and Kirkland goes over and back with it. So KU gets another chance to start the quarter with some points. Another turnover for KU. You can see Shatil frustrated with herself, so now North Valley working it the other way. On the inside, that one's off the backboard. The rebound is going to, in fact, be grabbed by Kirkland, and she's fouled. That'll be the 5th team foul for Klamath Union. And checking back into the game is Anna Mendez. She will replace Shatil Wata. Inside, and with a nice little hook is Kaylee Toohey for 2 points. It's 17-10 now. North Valley leads with 6:53 left to go in the second quarter. At halftime, we will take a look at the first half stats and preview the boys game that's going to start at around 7:30. This game continues to move at the brisk pace that it does. Both teams playing hard and limiting the fouls. And Kirkland will rebound it, move down the other way. Kick it out to Kirsten. To Toohey, back outside to Ashley Moore, and just playing some nice passing now that North Valley is able to settle in for a possession. It's been a fight to even get this far the past few possessions for them. KU's defense has continued to hold tough and playing a nice little zone there. And finally getting the ball inside, trying to throw it up. It's no good, and Bustamante with the rebound. Mackenzie Probst is going to take it up and hopefully try to answer back to the couple of points that North Valley has scored this quarter. Shot from mid-range is Mendez, and it's no good. Rebound to Toohey. She's able to get around the press, take a mid-range shot. That one won't fall. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Jada Wells. She's always right there on the backboards as well. That's one thing you could say for KU, always crashing the glass.
They do. They work hard.
They try to get the ball inside. Wells shoots through the double team, and it's no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Moore. And now North Valley with it. 5:15 to go in the second. The ball will go out of bounds. Last touched by Probst. Back in the game is Shatil Wata. She will check in for Cassidy Mahan. That shot thrown up, no good by Kirkland. And a jump ball is called on the rebound. Again, other games going on tonight in the Skyline Conference. Mazama is playing Phoenix at Valhalla Court. And in the Hornets' Nest tonight, the Henley team will host the Hidden Valley Mustangs from over here in Grants Pass as well. Rebound by Shatil Wata. And most other leagues closing out league play. We've still got 3 games left to go, including this contest here tonight. So the Skyline Conference, at least the upper part of it, as far as Henley and Mazama, we don't know where they're going to finish yet. They've still got 3 games left to go. Hidden Valley, they're 7-0, likely going to finish atop the conference unless they fall apart. Unlikely, but still a lot of room to go in this conference, and it's really up for grabs as far as the second and third spot go with Henley and Mazama. I'd be interested to see how that one shakes out. And you can stay updated on mybasin.com as we'll have the standings for you and the playoff seedings when they get released for teams in the Basin. (17-12) will correct the score there for you with 4.5 to go in the second. North Valley in the lead, and Cassidy Mahan will check back in, and she will grab Jada Wells, heads to the bench. The hook does not fall. It's going to be grabbed by Shatil Wata. She works the other way for KU. Out to Catherine. Cassie had a shot at an easy bucket there. The pass goes awry, and a turnover for Klamath Union. In the 4-minute mark, left to go in the second. With it now is Kirsten. She gets it out to Tui. Now to Carly Tui. Back to Sydney Moore, is checked in the game, and the shot was taken by Ashley Moore. And KU, another chance at a bucket here. They're only down by 5, where they found themselves just a few minutes ago at the end of the first quarter. That shot taken by Probst, no good. Rebound by Bustamante. She throws it up. It doesn't hit. And the nice press there working out for KU. That pass is stolen away by Anna Mendez. Bustamante trying to find the open man. Gets it over to Mahan, inside to Probst, and she will convert the points. 17-14 now. 3-point game with 3:06 to go. And the battle for the board is won by KU there. Anna Mendez with it. Gets it over to Cassidy Mahan. Back outside to Mackenzie Probst. Bustamante, open look at 3, and she'll knock it down. That looked pretty, and it's a tie game. 17 all with 2:43 to go in the second. And KU's begun to make a game of this as they were once down again by 8 points. And another turnover there. The foul will be called against North Valley. I'm not sure who they're charging it against. Going to call it against Sydney Moore, the sophomore. And that will be the 4th team foul for the Knights. 6 for KU so far. 7 will get him in the bonus. Bustamante takes an open look from 3, and she knocks that one down. That's 3 for her tonight already, and KU takes the lead. It's 20-17. And North Valley loses control of that one. We'll see which way it'll go, and it'll go for the Pelicans. And now they start to take some sort of control of this game, and they've worked hard here in the second quarter to overcome a 5-point deficit to now lead by 3 with 2:10 to go in the second. Mendez back to Catherine, inside to Mahan, over to Mackenzie Probst. And Bustamante's got the hot hand. You might as well keep feeding her.
Yeah, she's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Catherine looks like she found herself an open shot, decides not to take it. A few passes, finds Shatil Wata. She throws up a nice little floater. That one will rattle home, 22-17. $1:39 to go in the second. North Valley working quickly. Kirsten throws up a shot. That one will fall, so North Valley answers right back. 3-point game once again. 90 seconds to go in the second. And that pass will find its way into the band section at North Valley here tonight. And a turnover for KU.
It's number 11.
And that's a number that if you're Coach Ramirez, you're happy that you're up right now, but 11 turnovers, you want to trim that by about half.
At least.
Mackenzie Probst finds her way to the basket. She throws it up. It's no good, and it will go out of bounds. North Valley with it. What do you think as far as your where do you think their turnover numbers should be by the end of the game? Because I always think, 13 is about where you want to be by the end of the game. If you get up near 14, 15, you're sort of pushing it. We see the guys get up near 14, 15 sometimes, but, we'll see these KU girls get 18 sometimes. Like you said, they've had like 20 sometimes. I mean, they just got to limit those.
Yeah, really, to be realistic, you should be less than, you should never get into double digits. I mean, that's a goal. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but that should be your goal, is not to get into double digits on turnovers. but I'm not a coach. I stood up here in the stands and say, what are you doing?
22-19, 40 seconds to go in the second. Stick with us during halftime. Again, we'll take a look at how the playoff brackets will look. And look at the boys' game is taking the charge there. I believe that was Kirkland.
That one was on Wata.
Kirkland taking the charge, and Shatil Wata charged with the foul. 34 seconds to go in the second. And now North Valley in the bonus with 17 fouls for KU. Nice shot there taken by Carly Tui. It's going to be rebounded by Carly and stolen away by KU. Wata finds Probst. Gets it over to Mendez. She has an open look from three, and not quite sure what the foul was. Did you see anything happen down low? I didn't quite see.
I think something happened under the bucket with Wata. I think she got a little bit too aggressive trying to get her position. That's her third foul.
Kylie Anderson checks in. Wata takes a seat on the bench. And now 7 seconds left to go. Kaylee Tui works the basket, and she will be fouled pretty hard. And with 4 seconds left to go, she will take 2 shots at the line, a chance to make it a 1-point game before halftime. First free throw, no good. And the second one doesn't fall either. Anderson, 3 seconds to go. She takes a shot from half court. It doesn't fall, and we find ourselves with a halftime score of 22-19. The Lady Pelicans with a big second quarter, and we're going to break it all down in the halftime show. Coming up next as you continue to watch Lady Pelicans basketball on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on Adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamoya, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And welcome back inside the gym here at North Valley High School. You're watching live video on mybasin.com. Lady Pelicans basketball right here as they lead the North Valley Knights 22-19 after one half. After the first quarter, they were down by 5 and fought back in a big way, had a big second quarter, led in large part by Catherine Bustamante sinking a few threes, and she looked great.
She did. You know, she's 3 from 3 from the three-point line, so that's something that's pretty impressive. Right now, she's leading all scores with 11 points. For KU, Wells has 4, Wata has 5, and Probst has 2. For North Valley, Kaylee Toohey has 9 points. Her sister Carly has 4, and Kirkland has 6. You know, the key, I think, for KU, again, is going to be turnovers. They had 11 turnovers in the first half to North Valley's 7. You know, again, they need to take control of the ball and, you know, not do silly passes and you know, not give the ball up, because a lot of the points that North Valley's gotten have come off the turnovers. So that's got to be the key for Coach Ramirez. I'm sure she's talking to him in the locker room about that right now, is take control of the ball. Don't pass it inside if you don't have an open shot, open lane, and be careful. You know, if they do that, you know, KU has got an excellent chance of coming away with the win. They got you know, right now a 3-point lead. I look to them to extend that second half.
KU, this team, well, this game really, not a whole lot as far as playoff qualifications go. KU is eliminated from playoff contention with a Hidden Valley win a couple of weeks ago, and North Valley is also eliminated from playoff contention. Yeah, they are. So this game really doesn't mean much for playoffs, but if you're wondering how they work, we still do have a couple of teams that are involved in the playoffs in the Basin with Henley and Mazama. The team that finishes second in the Skyline Conference behind Hidden Valley, as they are ranked second and have only lost twice this year. We can almost assume that they'll finish at the top of the conference unless they fall apart. But Henley and Mazama both fighting for that second place spot in the Skyline Conference. They will get a playoff spot, and then whoever finishes third, depending on their rankings, our third place team in the conference right now is Mazama, and they're ranked 10th. So they will likely get a third playoff spot, and they will play a play-in game, the third place team will, and then they will match up against the 1s and 2s from every other conference in the state. And that's how we decide our 16-team bracket. They'll trim it down to 8 and then head to Hillsboro at Forest Grove High School for the 8-team double elimination tournament that takes place March 12th through the 14th. So a couple of those teams have a good shot at making it that far. I know Mazama, coached by Coach Joy Lees, won it back in 2013 with Pleasant Hill, I believe was the team. I might have that wrong, but I know she won it in 2013 with a school that maybe it was Mazama too. I'm not quite sure. And then we look at other schools in the Basin, in the 2A and the 1A. The 2A functions the same. That's teams like Lost River. Lost River girls are 17-4, and they are primed, ready for the playoffs. And Triad down in the 1A looking ready for playoffs too, as we are just about a couple weeks away when things really start to heat up in the state of Oregon in playoff basketball. We talk about playoff qualifications. Our boys that are warming up right now, both these teams, well, at least KU for sure, still in the playoff hunt, and they bounced back last week and they look good as well.
They do. They're playing really hard. They've had some key scoring outputs from Holmes, Cook, Arvizu, Franklin. You know, it's kind of interesting watching KU, because normally you watch a team and every game, you know, somebody's the main scorer, and it's consistently the main scorer. And KU doesn't work that way, you know, and that's something to be said about these kids. If somebody like Holmes is having an off game, other people step up. You know, Arvizu did really super well against Hidden Valley. I can't remember off the top of my head what he scored, but
it was 9 points.
Yeah, 9.
I mean, that's up from where he had been.
Yeah, so you know, so he stepped his game up. The prior game, he went the whole game without scoring a bucket.
Exactly.
So, you know, the thing that's really good about these kids, when they have a crappy game, they don't get down on themselves. You know, and the other team, their teammates boost them up, and you know, they shake it off, and they come back out the next game, they're ready to play. And you know, that's the key to having a winning program, is to have kids that you know, realize when their main scorers is not doing quite so well, the other kids step it up. That's a plus.
We'll talk more about the boys as we move forward throughout the broadcast tonight, but we got more Lady Pelicans basketball to look forward this evening. The Klamath Union Pelicans lead 22-19 as we'll get ready with the third quarter of action coming up.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamath, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamath Casino in Chiloquin.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
We're back in the action quickly here, but you didn't miss much as 7:46 left to go in the third. Only missing 14 seconds in the stoppage of play. The Klamath Union Lady Pelicans lead the North Valley Knights 22-19. Got the boys contest here in about half an hour. Should be a lot of fun there, but Klamath Union still looking for their first league win, and they look good coming into the second half of play and coming out with a couple of points. Carly Tui scores her 11th of the night. Trims it to a 1-point game. The five on the floor for KU, it's Anna Mendez, Mackenzie Probst, Cassidy Mahan, Shatil Wata, and Kylie Anderson. And it was the five who started this one tonight. Cassidy Mahan gets the pass inside. She throws it up and swishes it down. Nice shot there by Mahan. Those are her first 2 points of the night. And 7:15 to go in the third. They lead 24-21. Chance for a three-point play now for Kaylee Tui. She's got 4 points quickly to start this quarter and a chance to tie the game now, as we've had one tie, 2 lead changes so far tonight. Biggest lead for any team was North Valley. They at once led by 8 back in the first quarter. Mackenzie Probst with it now, kicks it out to Wata, back to Mendez. Wata back outside to Mahan. Inside to Probst, she banks it off the glass, a nice shot there. It's 26-23 now. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. Now back over to Carly Tui. In the corner to Ashley Moore, thrown up by Kirkland. And She will score 2. 25-26. 6:20 to go in the third. Cassidy Mahan with it now for KU. Mendez saved that one from going out of bounds. Stolen away by Tui. She will go to the basket. It will rim out. She played good defense there and couldn't convert the points. KU will still lead by 1. And Mackenzie Probst turns the ball over there. Just under 6 minutes to go now in the third. And just like that, Kirsten will go over and back on one step. Just a little bit of a mental mistake there. Works in KU's favor. They can try to extend the lead as now they're scoring right in front of us. Mendez, that one broken up by Tui. Carly Tui, that is, the younger sister. She's the last one who touched it, and KU will inbound. Cassidy Mahan takes one from the left elbow and drains it. 28-25. Good speed to the basket. That's Carly Tui. She scores 2 points, and these teams start to answer back. They went on a stretch like this in the first quarter, and Shatil Wata drives the basket flawlessly, banks it up, and it will fall 30-27. 5:12 to go in the third. For Klamath Union this season, averaging about 40 points per game and giving up about 47 points. Kylie Anderson, nice move to the basket. She'll throw it up off the glass and it will fall. 5-point lead for KU. And timeout, I believe, is going to be called by Coach Lauren King. We're going to take one as well. Lady Pelicans lead 32-27. You're watching live HD video from North Valley on mybasin.com.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
And we're back on mybasin.com live from North Valley High School just north of Grants Pass here in Merlin. 32-27 the score. The Lady Pelicans in the lead of the hometown Knights, looking for their first league win of the season. North Valley's only league win came against us earlier this year over at Pell Court, and now Klamath Union looking for a bit of revenge. And they are in a 5-point lead right now. Working to the basket is Shatil Wata. Throws it up, bounces off the glass. Probst will get it, and she's fouled on the shot. She will shoot for 2. A job of drawing contact for Mackenzie Probst. She's got 2 points tonight and a chance to double her total with a pair of free throws here. This game brought to you in part by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. They offer a full range of financial services, and their lending decisions are made locally. They have money to lend to meet your financial needs. Find your path with Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Second free throw is missed from Probst, and Tui with it. She throws it up. There's a skirmish for it down low and a jump ball. Possession KU. And timeout is called. We're going to take one as well. 4:13 to go in the third. 33-27. The Lady Pelicans lead.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
If you'd like to exercise in a professional, clean, and friendly environment, head over to Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club with state-of-the-art equipment, 4 indoor tennis courts, 3 pickleball courts, and certified personal trainers. Harbor is the place to be. Back into the action now as KU leads by 6 over the North Valley Knights, and they start with the ball. Catherine Bustamante, Cassidy Mahan, Shatil Wata, Jada Wells, and Mackenzie Probst, the 5 out there for the Lady Pels right now. Probst to move to the basket. She throws it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Abby Kirkland of the North Valley Knights. 3:39 to go in the third quarter. With it now is Carly Toohey, number 22. Her sister, Kaylee, number 21, and scoring a bucket there. 33-29, 3.5 to go in the third. Mahan gets it inside to Wells, back out to Cassidy. She takes a shot with her foot on the arc. It does not fall. Wata gets the rebound. She finds herself an open shot just inside the three-point arc. That one doesn't fall either. And another timeout. Oh, no, I thought that was going to be a timeout, but it's a traveling call. I guess Coach Ramirez was just arguing for it, and they made it.
Little hop, skip, and a jump there with your pivot foot. You can't do that.
Anna Mendez has checked in the game for Mahan. She's checked in for Probst. Bustamante drives the basket. She'll be fouled. She will shoot at the line for 2. Bustamante, a knockdown shooter. We'll see if she's able to extend this lead back up to 5. And is at the line. She's got 11 points, and she makes the first one. And the second one falls nicely as well. 35-29, 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Carly Toohey bringing it up. Drives to the basket. She's stopped by Bustamante playing good defense. It's stolen away by Mahan. And KU's defense has started to play well once again. A little bit slow out of the breaks in this quarter, but once again heating up a little bit more than halfway through, causing turnovers and making it tough for North Valley. And that's how they find themselves with a 6-point lead with 2.5 to go in the third. 35-29. Inbound pass goes to Shatil Wata. She works the basket. She's fouled. So she will get a chance to shoot 2 at the free throw line. This game, once again, brought to you in part by Les Schwab Tires. They know that winter weather can slow you down, but they've got the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. Home of the best tire value promise is Les Schwab in Klamath Falls and Merrill, doing the right thing since 1952. First free throw from Wata is no good. And she'll get a second one here. Carly Toohey will draw a foul against Bustamante, and she'll be charged with a blocking foul. That's the third team foul for KU here in the second half, and 3 for North Valley as well. And that's the second foul for Bustamante so far this game. Brought out of bounds by Jada Wells. So North Valley will start with it. Pass goes into Carly Toohey, and she will knock it down 2 points, 36-31. Jada Wells goes up for the shot. Doesn't make it fall, but Shatil Wata follows through, and she doesn't get it to fall either. Ball will go out of bounds and possession to North Valley. Still a 5-point game. Once again, we're coming to you live from the gym at North Valley High School in Merlin, Oregon, just north of Grants Pass. And our site for tonight's game against the Lady Pelicans. The Lady Pelicans, in fact, on the road against the North Valley Knights. And the girls' contest, Klamath Union looking good, and the boys' contest will follow. Klamath Union boys on the verge of a playoff berth. And we'll have that broadcast for you, of course, right here on mybasin.com, your home for all Pelicans basketball and Basin postseason basketball this season, as we'll have all of our standings updated and a live bracket for you once the playoffs begin, and we'll follow all the Basin teams on their trek wherever the state tournament might be. For the 4A, of course, it's in Hillsboro at Forest Grove High School. Klamath Union mathematically eliminated from the bracket, but again, Mazama and Henley both have a chance to make it up there to Hillsboro. And of course, Henley and KU both have a chance to make it up there on the boys' side of things. A minute 21 left to go in the third quarter. Taking the shot beyond the three-point line and draining it is Ashley Moore. She trims the lead to 2. It's 36-34, a minute 10 left to go in the third quarter. Bustamante finds Anderson. She drives the lane, throws it up off the glass, no good. And Kaylee Tui with the rebound. Get those sisters confused. Both K names, both the last name.
Yeah, their parents don't make it easy for announcers.
And a foul. That ties the game, and a chance at the free throw line. A great basket by Ashley Moore. She will get a chance to take the lead for the North Valley Knights. We've only had 2 lead changes thus far, and this is only our second tie so far tonight. So it's been pretty much a tale of 2 games so far. In the first quarter, it was all North Valley. In the second quarter, KU came back with a vengeance, and now here in the third, both teams sort of trading blows, and North Valley has tied the game with the free throw miss there, and now Shatil Wata takes it the other way for KU. Wata spins around, will lay it up, and she gets fouled. We'll see the call will go in favor of Klamath Union. She makes the basket if they'll call it. Haven't changed the scoreboard yet, but they're going to let her make free throws. I believe that basket will count. And they finally do count it. So good job by Wata to work through the contact. Her free throw coming up is no good off the front of the rim. Mackenzie Probst with the rebound in the double team, and a jump ball is going to be called. Probably should have been a foul. She got kind of wrestled to the ground there, but jump ball nonetheless. 37 seconds left to go in the third, and North Valley will get possession of the basketball. They trail by 2 to the Klamath Union Pelicans. Save going out of bounds by Kirkland. The shot goes up and rebounded by Probst. McKenzie draws a foul, the 5th of the night for North Valley, and that will equal KU's total of 5. Third foul charged to Abby Kirkland. And Kirsten is going to replace her out there on the court. Abby will take a seat. And timeout called by Coach King of North Valley. We'll take one as well. 27 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point game. Lady Pelicans lead 38-36.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Thank everyone who's watching back in the Klamath Basin, back at home, as we are about an hour and a half away from Klamath Union High School, give or take, maybe a couple minutes. At North Valley High School for the side of tonight's matchup, the Lady Pelicans lead 38-36 over the North Valley Knights. And of course, here in the third quarter with 27 seconds left to go, we will of course have the men's broadcast for you here in just a minute. But, of course, we got to finish up this one here. 7 o'clock, and the boys varsity contest scheduled for a 7:30 start. We might actually hit that tonight, which would be fun. Usually we're about 15 minutes late, but this game moving fast-paced. It's been a good one so far, and KU will start with it. They're likely going to try to take the last shot. 13 seconds left to go. Mahan passes it over to Anderson. Back to Probst, and that one will go awry. Coach Ramirez, none too pleased, and now North Valley will get the last shot of the quarter. A chance to tie it as we go into the final 8 minutes, and that would make for an action-packed fourth quarter of basketball, to be sure. North Valley try to get the shot up, and it will fall. We've got a tie game, and that will bring us to the third quarter buzzer. 38 all as we go into the final 8 minutes. Lady Pelicans basketball, you're watching it right here on mybasin.com. Don't click away.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Getting ready for the fourth quarter of action this evening. 8 minutes on the clock, and we are tied at 38. You're watching Lady Pelicans basketball on your home for all KU athletics. It's mybasin.com. Live HD video coming at you live from North Valley High School. And, of course, we'll have the boys contest right after this one. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself because this game has been a great contest so far. Both teams playing competitively, trading blows throughout the third quarter. And now it's a fresh game in the last 8 minutes as the first shot is missed by Shatil Wata. Picked back up by Bustamante. She lays out for it over to Probst. She drives the basket, throws up a shot, follows it nicely, gets her own rebound. Kicks it outside to Wata. She drives around everyone, throws it up, and it falls. A chance for a three-point play. Dick with a tie game. Well, Shatil obviously just broke it, but it's been as competitive as you could have hoped for, at least for KU, vying for that first win of the season. It's been great so far.
It has. You know, I don't know how Wata gets some of the shots to drop. She gets beat up, throws up a shot, it goes in. Not quite sure how.
.7:11 on the clock. North Valley inbounds it. A shot from three. It's off the glass. No good. Rebound was grabbed by Ashley Moore. She throws up a shot, and KU will grab it. Jada Wells out there with Catherine Bustamante, Mackenzie Probst, Cassidy Mahan, and Shatil Wata. And Wells will sink a shot, extending their lead back up to 5. It's 43-38. With it now is Sydney Moore. She kicks it out, and sinking the three was Ashley Moore. 3 for North Valley, 43-41, a 2-point game. Where we find ourselves again. North Valley with it, trying to get the lead back up. Nice pass inside to Shatil, and that one will roll in off the front of the rim. It's 45-41, 6.5 to go in the fourth. Kaylee with it now. She gets it out to Sydney Moore. Back inside to Tui. Outside again to Moore, and she will sink it down. A nice mid-range jumper there. It's 45-43. 6 even left to go in the fourth. Still a 2-point game. Biggest lead of the night for either team was North Valley at 8 back in the fourth quarter. the first quarter, they led 8-0 at one point. KU's biggest lead so far has been 5. And that one will go out of bounds, but it will stay in possession of the Pelicans. 16 fouls for North Valley, 5 for KU. And Bustamante with it, gets it over to Probst. That was a nice pass to Wells. She gets it over to Mahan, who shoots up a shot, and that one will fall. 47-43. And Coach Ramirez is calling a substitution, and it looks like no timeout, just a sub coming in. And Mendez will check into the game, it looks like, and she'll replace Mackenzie Probst. Pass inside to Sydney Moore. She gets fouled. She'll get a chance at the free throw line. She will shoot 2. This game brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. They've been the star of the real estate universe for more than 100 years. And here in the Klamath Basin, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty will be taking the brand into the next 100. Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty has always been locally owned and nationally known. Let them be the star that guides you home. 1 of 2 free throws at the line for Moore, and KU still in the lead by 3. It's now Bustamante. Gets it over to Anna Mendez. Mendez inside to Wata. She has a bit of trouble on the handle. It's turned over. North Valley gets it over to Carly Tui in transition, and she's fouled on the shot. And Wells is going to be charged with that one. She didn't think so, but looked like Tui got hacked pretty good.
She did. I've been there. You never foul.
Yeah.
It's always a critical.
It's always the other guy.
That's right. I didn't touch him.
Tui's first free throw is good. A 2-point ball game. Second one good as well. They trim the lead to 1 as KU up 47-46 and a turnover. North Valley a chance to take the lead as Carly Tui goes to the basket, and that's a great job by Catherine Bustamante to force the jump ball. Possession stays with North Valley, but at least you kill the transition, and a timeout is going to be called by Coach Lauren King. Will take one as well. 1-point game, 47-46. The Pelicans lead. You're watching live HD video on mybasin.com.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
4:46 to go in the fourth quarter as we welcome you back inside the gym this evening on the campus of North Valley High School. Our site for the contest tonight. But KU in the lead. They lead by 1. It's 47-46. And North Valley will start with the ball. Inbound pass will go to Kirsten. And now it is Tui. Trying to slow it down, it looks like the Knights are, and limit the turnovers. A good strategy when you're this close towards the end of the game. Just trying to find the open shot. No need to rush it. Kirkland finds that shot exactly, banks it in, and North Valley will take the lead, the third lead change of the night, 48-47. And Cassie Mahan, bounce pass out to Mendez. She's able to keep control of it. Now to Bustamante. Mendez kicks it inside to Jada Wells. Bounce pass back out to Mendez, and she will let that one go out of bounds. A turnover, in the worst of circumstances for KU. Under 4 minutes to go now in the final frame as it's 48-47. North Valley now leads the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans. Kirkland takes a shot, and that one will fall. They're going to call it a three-pointer. 51-47, 3.5 to go in the fourth. It's a 4-point game. KU still in it. Mahan throws up a mid-range shot. It misses, but Wells with the rebound. Gets it inside to Bustamante, kicks it back out to Mahan. She'll take the same shot from the other side, and a foul is going to be called against Kaylee Tui on the rebound. That is the 7th team foul for Hidden Valley, so Mackenzie Probst will shoot 1-1 now. First one falls. Every free throw is important when you're this late in the game, and that's what's hurt Klamath Union a lot of the time was their shoddy free throw shooting. And misses the second one. Rebound was up by Jada Wells, but a jump ball, so possession will go to North Valley. 3-point game, obviously anyone's game in a one possession, and they're going to figure it out. Timeout's going to be called. We'll take one as well. 3:13 to go in the fourth. North Valley leads Klamath Union 51-48.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Welcome back to MyBasin.com. We're live from North Valley High School as the Lady Pelicans lead the North Valley Knights lead Klamath Union now 51-48, 3:12 left to go. Here in just a minute at 7:15, we will be joined by the audience on 104.3 and 960 Sports, the Basin Sports leader broadcasting live down there in Klamath Falls. So if you got to go anywhere, you won't miss any of the action. And we'll be joined by them here in just a minute as we get set for the boys broadcast in a little bit. So I'll welcome them in here in just a minute. But KU with the ball, 51-48. 2:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Wells throws up a shot and trims the lead down to 1. 51-50, 2:48 left to go. And a foul will be called.
That was a kick.
Oh, well, I didn't quite see it. I was getting ready for the radio broadcast. Thanks for looking out, Dick. .245 to go, and North Valley will miss it. KU now. Chance to take the lead back. Jada Wells over to Catherine Bustamante. The shot is taken by Probst, and that one will fall. KU takes the lead right back, 52-51. The fourth lead change of the night, and now North Valley with it as they try to take the lead back. Kirkland passing it around. And foul is called. 8th team foul for North Valley. So KU will shoot 1-1 here. And again, here in about 3 minutes, we'll be joined by the audience on 104.3 960 Sports. That'll also be your home for all KU basketball games. And also Beavers baseball, which opened up this past weekend. They're 2-2 and looking good, so you won't miss any Beavers action this year either.
Lane violations, that didn't count. It's too bad. Mahan sank that.
North Valley with it. They got a chance to tie the game, maybe take the lead if they can hit a three-pointer with 1:40 left to go. Working to the basket was Kirsten. The ball's loose, North Valley. And Tui able to get it. The shot is blocked by Mahan, and she fouls on the follow-through.
Good defense by Mahan. That was nice.
And apologies for those watching. The score is 53-51, not 52. So have that fixed for you. KU still in the lead, and they might not be. A pair of free throws coming up. It's now 53-52. North Valley with the lead. Second free throw rattles out. Still a 1-point lead. Shatil Wata with it. And timeout is going to be called. We will take one as well. Full timeout. We'll take a minute break, and then we'll be joined by the audience on 104.3 and 960 Sports, the Basin Sports Leader. And you're watching it right here on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
And welcome back to North Valley High School. 53-52, 1:19 left to go in the fourth quarter. Both teams in the bonus. And it's going to be an exciting finish as KU will start with it and a jump ball. And here in just a minute, we'll be joined by the radio audience on 104.3 and 960 Sports, as they are going to be listening for the men's game, the boys' game rather, that will happen here in just a bit on mybasin.com as well. Still a 1-point game. Shatil Wata drives the basket, throws up her rebound, and it will fall. (55-52), North Valley with it. And we welcome all of you now listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports, the Basin Sports Leader. We are live from the gym at North Valley High School this evening for KU basketball against, of course, the North Valley Knights. We're still in the girls' contest right now, a score of 55-52. There's 36 seconds left in the game. And in the fourth quarter, KU close to getting their first league win. And, of course, we are glad you can join us this evening, the Abby's Legendary Pizza Game of the Week. I'm Josh Eldridge. Joining me is Dick North, and we got a timeout on the floor. I think a good opportunity to talk about what we've seen in this game so far and take a look forward for our folks joining us on the radio this evening.
Well, so far KU's done a really good job playing some defense against North Valley. North Valley, the Tui kids have the majority of the points for North Valley, but KU's been shutting them down this last quarter. I can't remember. Carly Tui has not scored in the fourth quarter. She had 10 up through the third, and so the defense that KU's playing is really good, and Coach Ramirez got to be happy with it. Also, the turnovers have really been reduced. They've only had 6 the second half. They had 11 the first. So, that's been the major difference in the point spread right now is the fact that KU's taking care of the ball and shut down North Valley on the offense.
And they have taken good care of the ball, and that's what's hurt them all season. And now when we come back, They're 36 seconds away from their first win of the season. That must feel great.
Oh, I'm sure it does. You know, you mentioned earlier that neither of these teams have a shot at making it into the playoffs, but there's a pride factor involved.
Of course.
You know, KU wouldn't want to go the whole season with no wins in conference, and so this is a really big game for them. I'm sure the girls are really happy with the way they've been playing. I'm sure Coach Ramirez is happy too, especially the second half.
And we will get back into it as the free throws are going to be taken by Catherine Bustamante. And she will miss the first one. North Valley a chance to tie the game with a 3. There's 34 seconds left to go. The pass goes over to Kaylee Toohey. Inside to Kirkland. She throws it up, and it's a 1-point game now. 55-54. A timeout called by Coach King of the North Valley Knights. In a 1-point game, 24 seconds left to go. They're likely going to have to foul KU, send them to the line, and hope they miss, really, because there's no shot clock.
That's right. They got 24 seconds left, so really North Valley didn't have too many options. What they should do is foul as immediately, you know, as soon as the ball gets in bounds, you know, and make sure it's not a flagrant foul. Just make sure that you foul them hard enough that the foul gets called, and then hope that KU misses the free throw.
Well, this is a full timeout. It gives us a little second to look forward to the boys' game tonight. KU, one of the 4 teams in the 3-team race for the playoff spots in the Skyline Conference. We beat North Valley once this year, and if we could stay consistent, we won last time out, hoping to grab another win tonight.
You know, I'm looking for a big game from Holmes. So I'm also looking for a big game for Cook against Hidden Valley on Friday last week. You know, he got into foul trouble early on and sat out basically half the game and still came away with, I think he had 14 points. You know, he basically played the first quarter and about half of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking for big games from those two. Also, Arvizu was shooting really well from the outside, and so that's a factor also.
Well, the ball gets inbounded. We're back in the action. They're letting Bustamante dribble with it, and they're going to get it to Jada Wells, and we'll see who they decide to foul, and they foul her on the shot. So interesting, because now on the shot, she will shoot for 2. Otherwise, she wouldn't have, because that's the 9th team foul.
Right.
So now she has to shoot for 2. If she makes both of them, it's a 3-point game, and you have to go for the 3-pointer to tie it. And she makes the first one. Jada Wells at the line for KU. It's now 56-54. And again, if you're listening on the radio this evening and you want to watch the action as Jada Wells sinks her second free throw, you can always join us on mybasin.com. We have live HD video right there. We've had it for every game this season. And if you're just picking us up and you want to maybe watch this great game we've got in front of us, or maybe rewatch the game that we've had so far tonight, or share around, whatever you might want to do, there's live HD video every game on mybasin.com. And again, if you just like to stay put, stay traditional, you can always listen on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We are the Basin Sports leader. 16 seconds left to go. 3-point game. North Valley's got to shoot a 3 to get it done, to tie it, and maybe send the game to overtime, or maybe let KU hit the game winner. There's a lot that could happen, but it all starts with North Valley hitting a 3-pointer.
That's right. The pressure's on them right now.
They're going to try to get it done quickly. To inbound the ball is Kirsten, and it's going to be knocked away by Shatil Wata, but she will be the last one to touch it as it goes out of bounds. That will shave 1.1 seconds off the clock here in the fourth quarter. And a jump ball, possession to North Valley. KU's defense playing aggressive. You don't really want to send them to the free throw line here, I would think, if you get a foul called. But also it gives your chance yourself another chance to score. Traveling called as Ashley Moore tries to put it up. And quick foul maybe on whoever catches the ball in for KU, and you just got to pray that they miss both of them if you want a shot in this one. If one free throw could be the Daggers. That was a turnover for North Valley. And Probst will be fouled with 10.3 seconds left to go in the third. She will shoot 2 at the line. That's the 10th team foul for the Knights. And one free throw here could be the dagger. That one will fall. both of them end up going down. 59-54, 10 seconds left to go. North Valley unlikely winners in this one. KU, on the other hand, after that turnover, Bustamante will snag it. And that will be the final score tonight. 59-54. We're going to take a break here on 104.3 960 Sports with live video on mybasin.com. When we come back, we're going to talk to number 23, Catherine Bustamante, on the post-game show. So we'll be right back. Leave it here, however you are listening, whether it's on the radio, 104.3 960, or on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamath, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamath Casino in Chiloquin.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And welcome back inside the gym, North Valley High School. The girls varsity contest is over. 59-54 was the final on mybasin.com and 104.3 960 Sports. The Pelicans led by Catherine Bustamante. We tried to get her on the post-game show, but ushered into the locker room a bit too quickly for us, I guess. But she was the leader tonight, and she played really well.
Yes, she did. She was 3 for 3 from three-point land. She wound up a total of 13 points. She wasn't a high scorer for KU, but she really was an impacted player and really did an awful lot. Wata led KU with 17. Wells had 10. Mahan had 6. Probst had 11. Overall, I think the KU girls played pretty well. They took care of the ball a lot better in the second half. They had 7 turnovers, which is still high, but they did a good job on defense, and they really impacted the offensive abilities of North Valley. For North Valley, Kaylee Toomey had 20 points. Her sister Carly had 10. Kirkland had 11. Moore had 7 points, and I kind of wonder if she was a JV player. She only played half the game, so she may have played 4 quarters in the JV game. because she came in and immediately had an impact on the game. I mean, she scored 7 points in 16 minutes, which is not too bad. So, that's how the scoring went. Coach Ramirez has to be happy with the way her kids played tonight, come away with their first win in the Skyline Conference.
First league win, you mentioned it. KU now 1-7 in league play. They are 8-14 overall. North Valley now also 1-7 in league play. They are 6-15 overall on the season. Other teams playing tonight, Mazama is at home against Phoenix, and Henley is at home against Hidden Valley. Next week is our final week of, next game is on Friday, and it begins the final stretch of games for these teams. As Klamath Union, we host Phoenix next week on Friday, and Henley plays Mazama. North Valley these nights are going to be playing their rival, the Hidden Valley Mustangs. So we'll see really how the league shakes out. As far as the girls go, that Henley and Mazama matchup is going to be really good. And Klamath Union, of course, grabbing their first league win of the season. Something to take in the next season is just like our boys team, still a fairly young bunch. Anna Mendez, a starter. She's a sophomore. Probst is a junior. Kylie is a senior, but Mahan's a sophomore, and Shatil will be losing Shatil. She's a senior as well, but coming off the bench, you've still got some good players. We haven't seen very much of Caitlin Delaney this year so far, but still a chance for her to improve. And this team looks pretty good moving forward. They'll have a shot.
I hope so. We'll see what they do. Turnovers, again, are the key. If they can control that, they'll do well. So
should be a lot of fun. We're going to take a look at the boys' game coming up here in just a bit. But again, the final here from North Valley for the girls' varsity contest. Klamath Union 59 and North Valley 54. We hope that you stick with us through the boys' contest. It's sure to be a good one. Klamath Union enters play with a record of 5-2, and North Valley is 3-4. And should be a great one, as Klamath Union ranked second in the Skyline Conference, 7th overall in the state, looking for a crucial win coming up. Once again, the final score for the girls' varsity contest, Klamath Union 59, North Valley 54. We'll be back with a pregame show for the boys coming up on 104.3 and 960 Sports. And as always, you can find live HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamoya, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
I just saw
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And we welcome you back inside the gym at North Valley High School, just north of Grants Pass in Merlin, the site of tonight's contest between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the North Valley Knights. KU comes into tonight's matchup ranked 7th, and North Valley is in 5th in the Skyline Conference, but it was a great game the last time these two teams met up, and hoping for another great contest tonight. Josh Eldridge, joined of course by Dick North and Cale Harms, running the live stream tonight on mybasin.com. If you're able to watch it, I encourage you. It's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm really looking forward to this game. KU's on a run. They've had one really good game. We had a tough loss against Henley at home, and then came back with a vengeance against Hidden Valley last week, and really played well. I'm looking for a big game for Cook. He had 14 points against Hidden Valley. He also had 14 points when these teams last met. Holmes had an amazing game against Hidden Valley. He scored 25. A few weeks ago when they played North Valley, he had 12. So that's going to be the key. If we have some kids that can knock down some buckets from the outside, that's going to open it up underneath for Cook. And as long as they take care of the ball, they should do really well here. I was watching a shoot around a while ago. Holmes was banging down 3-pointers like he shoots free throws. So he looks like he feels pretty good. So we'll see what happens.
Again, last time these two teams met up, it was January 31st. KU came away with a 60-41 win, and it really jump-started a stretch where we thought they were playing their best basketball. They won their next 2, and they've won 3 of 4 since then. So, you're at the end of the season. This could be a good jump start to try to get ready for those playoffs as we move toward March.
It's crunch time for them if they want to have, number 1 seed going forward. So KU's got to take care of business tonight. I know it's tough to play on the road, but they've proven they can do it in the past, and I'm confident they'll do it again tonight.
Mentioned those playoffs. KU in prime position to take one of the 2 spots in the Skyline Conferences. Each league in Oregon will get 2 spots into the playoffs, and again, the top 2 in the Skyline Conference will of course be awarded. Right now, that's 5th-ranked Henley and 7th-ranked Klamath Union, both 5-2 in league play. And with six different leagues, that'll get us to 12 of the 16 teams. 8 other teams will qualify as far as rankings go. They'll be pitted against each other in seeding, and that's how we get the final 4 teams to make a 16-team bracket. Once we trim those guys down to 8, we'll be sent to Forest Grove High School in Hillsboro for the double elimination bracket. That is March 12th through the 14th, and Klamath Union, again, hasn't been in quite a number of years. 1984 was their last Skyline Conference championship and their last time at the state tournament. And this team, full of young guns, the 3 guys down low, they're primed, and I think they're ready to go. Maybe make a run at that and at least, finish high in the Skyline Conference, get a good seeding, and hopefully are able to, again, make a run at that.
Oh, I'm sure they will. They're playing with confidence, and that's a big factor in any kind of game like this. The fact that they know they can score, really makes a plus. Again, we talked about earlier, they boost each other up. If one of them's having an off game, off night, the other team members step up, and they play as a team. It's not an individual sport; it's a team sport, and KU really exhibits that in these kind of games.
And as far, again, we might be a little bit biased, but we've seen every team in this conference. I think as far as teams go, we're the best group of guys. There's some guys that have good players, but I think everyone on our team fits the role that they're supposed to, and it really shows on the court. And again, if you're able to watch this game on mybasin.com, it's going to be fast and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It really is. There's no such thing as a selfish ball player on KU's team.
Exactly.
Again, Holmes struggled a couple of games ago, or Avizu struggled a couple of games ago. They didn't keep pounding the ball up against the rim. They dished it off to other people who were scoring, and so I think Coach Case has probably worked with them on that. Again, they don't get down on themselves, and the other teammates boost them up to help them feel good if they are struggling. And if somebody is not having a good game, the rest of them step up. So that's a key. That's a major factor in this kind of ball.
Klamath Union, again, ranked 7th in the state coming into tonight's contest. as we move towards playoffs, these top 10 rankings really start to matter. Number 1 is Marist, a team which Klamath Union had already beaten this season. I have the score right in front of me. That was at the crossover tournament. They beat Marist 52-49. So KU proven against a tough team, and they've knocked off the number 1 team in the state already this year. Number 2 is North Marion. They are at home against Estacada tonight. Number 3 is Philomath. They are playing Newport. Number 4 is Woodburn. 5th-ranked Henley is in our conference, and they are at home against Hidden Valley. Number 6 is Banks, and they are playing Seaside. And that will be on Friday, as they have tonight off. Banks and Seaside, a rematch of last year's state championship game. Should be a lot of fun on that one as well. Of course, we are ranked number 7th, the Klamath Union Pelicans, and you're listening to that one. We're on the road here at North Valley. Number 8 is Seaside. They play again Banks on Friday. And number 9 is Sweet Home. They are at home against Cascade. And Cascade is ranked number 10. So that's how we have our top 10 rankings tonight as we get into the starting lineups this evening for your Klamath Union Pelicans. It's going to be the senior guard, standing 6 foot, Xavier Arvizu. Number 5, the junior, standing 6'4", is Jacob Cook. The junior, standing 6'3", is Garrett Short. And number 22, the junior, standing 5'11", Aaron Franklin. And the microwave of this team, it's number 34, the senior, standing 5'11", it is Darius Holmes. And your starters for the North Valley Knights. Number 1, Dylan Neufeld, the sophomore. Number 35, Tylen Blake, a junior. Aiden Avila, another starter tonight for North Valley. He is number 23. Along with number 15, it's Lincoln Kilborn. And Tanner Lauby, the senior point guard. He is really one of the better players in the state.
You know, last time North Valley played KU, Lauby had 14 points. So if KU can shut him down, that'll go a long ways towards winning this game.
And we are ready for tip here tonight from North Valley High School. We thank you for joining us wherever you are listening on 104.3 960 Sports, or if you're watching on mybasin.com. We are glad you are here for this one. We're on the road. Klamath Union tonight wearing their black road uniforms with the red lettering and the white trim. And North Valley tonight wearing white with yellow lettering and black trim on that. As the tip goes up, and it's won by North Valley. As Lauby with it, he will dish it over to Blake. Blake, bounce pass back over to Avila, top of the key. Now to Neufeld. He works inside against Darius Holmes. Pass to Lauby. Lauby in front of the KU bench on the far side. The pass goes over to Kilborn. Kilborn to Blake. And now to Neufeld, top of the key. He goes to work against Garrett Short. The pass intended inside for Blake is broken up by Cook. For the Pels, it goes out of bounds. North Valley will stick with possession. 7:33 left on the clock as that ball goes out of bounds. Okay, Kilborn will inbound the pass. We'll get it to Avila. Dish back outside to Neufeld, guarded by Franklin. Shot taken from way downtown by Neufeld. Will bounce out. KU gets their first possession. It's taken up by Darius Holmes. Holmes tries to cross up Neufeld, but he's met by Kilborn down low. He's going to dish it out to Garrett Short. Now finds Arvizu in the corner. Arvizu runs to the basket. Bounce pass to Franklin. Franklin gets it to Cook. Cook goes up for the basket, and KU will strike first this evening, 2-0. Jacob getting the first points. And now North Valley working the other way. And it's Neufeld with it, guarded by Holmes. Bounce pass goes inside to Blake. Blake gets it out to Avila. He works to the basket against Xavier. That one bounces around. The rebound's going to be grabbed by Aaron Franklin, and KU working the other way. Darius Holmes brings it up. He's guarded by Neufeld. Dishes it to Arvizu. Finds Short in the far corner. Back to Darius beyond the key. He goes to work against Neufeld. Bounce pass out to Aaron Franklin. Now inside to Cook at the free throw line. He's going in against Blake. Finds Franklin outside. Gets Darius an open look from 3. That one rattles out. And rebound to North Valley. It's now Tanner Lauby bringing it up for the Knights. Over to Avila in front of the KU bench, guarded by Arvizu. Now to Tylen Blake. Back to Lauby. Lauby takes a contested three-point shot. That one rattles home. Tanner Lauby, the first 3 points for the Knights tonight. It's 3-2 with 5:57 to go in the first. Darius Holmes gets fouled by Kilborn, playing a bit of press defense as he brings it up. .55 to go in the first. Garrett Short to inbound. It's Aaron Franklin. And now to Darius Holmes. Over to Short in the far corner. Short finds the pass into Darius Holmes. Bounce pass to Franklin in the corner. He takes a three, and it will miss. It's grabbed by Dylan Neufeld. Neufeld finds Kilborn. Tries to dive in, tries to pass it out to Avila, but it's broken up by Xavier. He goes up for the layup and goes out of bounds. Xavier with the rebound, or excuse me, with the out of bounds rather. 3-2, the Knights lead. Tanner Lauby is going to bring it up for the Knights against Aaron Franklin. He gets it over to Avila. Avila back to Lauby. And Arvizu switches out onto Lauby. Kilborn now with it, dishes it to Neufeld beyond the key. Neufeld bounce pass to Kilborn in the far corner. Gets it to Lauby. Lauby pump fakes, dishes it to Tylen Blake, mid-range. That one bounces out. Rebound to Tanner Lauby. It's blocked by Garrett Short as he tries to put it back. Kilborn gets it in the corner, takes a shot, and rebound to Garrett Short. A couple of good looks for North Valley, unable to convert. And now KU on the other side, under 5 minutes now, as it's Xavier with it in the far corner. He drives to the basket and will get an offensive foul called against him low in the paint. A turnover for KU. It's their second so far tonight. 4:42 to go in the first. Still 3-2. North Valley leading the Pels. Aiden Avila with it. He's going to go inside against Arvizu. Gets it to Tylen Blake. He throws up a shot, but it's blocked by Short. That's already his second block of the game. Short gets it inside to Franklin on the other side. Franklin kicks out to Xavier for an open look from three, and Xavier swishes it. And Xavier Arvizu really needs that confidence. That's his first 3 points tonight and gives KU a 5-3 lead with 4:12 to go in the first. North Valley. Neufeld goes to work, and it's going to be a foul charged. We'll see if they give it to Cook or Darius. And it's going to go against Darius Holmes as he swatted Neufeld on his way to the basket, and Dylan will shoot two for North Valley. The first chance at the line for any team tonight.
The foul was actually on Franklin.
First free throw for Neufeld is good. It's 5-4. And the second one will rattle home. We got a tie game. KU working quickly. Xavier Arvizu already has it in the front. He throws one up off the glass, and it won't fall. And now North Valley with it. Gets it over to Neufeld. Neufeld drives the lane, throws up a mid-range floater. It's no good. Rebounded by Xavier. He's in the double team as he crosses mid-court. Gets it to Short. Short drives to the basket, and that one will fall as he throws that one up through contact. 7-5, KU with the lead. 3:37 to go in the first quarter, and Tanner Lauby will take it up for the Knights. As he crosses midcourt, he dishes it to Dylan Neufeld. Neufeld, spin move, gets it to Avila at the free throw line. Ball goes loose, but Tylen Blake will pick it up in the near corner. Blake goes to work inside against Jacob Cook. He's going to find Avila, and it will be knocked out of bounds by Arvizu, as that was a good defensive play there by Xavier to just kind of knock a ball loose there. Gives KU a chance to reset their defense. With 3:15 to go in the first, they lead 7-5. And Lauby with it now after the inbound pass. Lauby over to Neufeld. Neufeld bounce pass into Avila. Avila spins, shoots through two pairs of hands, and it will miss. Garrett Short with the rebound. He will take it up, gets it to Franklin. Back to Short, And a blocking foul called against Tylen Blake as Garrett Short drawing that one. Student section doesn't seem to like it too much, and that's one of those that could really go either way, I think.
I think KU got a good call on that one in our favor.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we will.
Garrett Short is going to inbound it as we get started. It's 7-5, 2:54 to go. Inbound pass goes to Darius. After a few passes, it finds Xavier Arvizu. Back now to Aaron Franklin. Franklin drives the lane, is picked up by Jacob Cook. He throws up a nice little layup there, and it will fall 9-5. That's Cook's 4th point of the night so far. And offensive foul called against Tanner Laube as he brings it up. Another turnover for them. And a 4-point differential. Again, 9-5. Klamath Union in the lead with 2:36 left to go in the first quarter. We're coming to you live from North Valley High School. This is KU's last road game of the year. They're home free after this game, but still a lot of basketball left to be played. They lead by 4. Aaron Franklin with it. He's going to find Garrett Short. Short back to Franklin. Franklin takes a 3 from the corner, and that one will fall. A nice shot from Aaron Franklin extends the lead 12-5 now. That was Franklin's first points of the night. 2:15 to go in the first. KU leads. Neufeld goes to work inside against Darius. The shot does not fall. Darius saves it from going out of bounds with an athletic grab. And now KU going the other way as they drive from right to left tonight. The ball's knocked out of Cook's hands and picked up by Laube. Laube drives to the basket. Misses the shot, but gets his own rebound. And now it's Neufeld in front of the KU bench on the far side. Laube gets it inside to Avila, and Avila gets a free look at the basket. It's 12-7 now. KU still in the lead with 1:39 left to go in the first. Pass inside to Cook as KU works quickly, and Jacob Cook, 2 more points for him. That's already 6 on the night. 14-7, 1:28 left to go in the first. Okay, Tanner Laube with it now as he brings it up to North Valley. Passes it to Tylen Blake beyond the 3-point arc to Neufeld, now above the key. He takes a shot from about 22 feet out. He misses it. With the rebound is Avila. He misses the putback, and Jacob Cook with the rebound. 1:09 to go now in the first. Xavier gets it to Holmes down low. The bounce pass intended for Cook bounces around and finds the hands of Arvizu. Arvizu, corner 3. That one will fall. Xavier with the hot hand early, 17-7. Xavier Arvizu has 6 points, and we're going to take a timeout, says Coach Jason Laube. 17-7, 53 seconds left to go. KU in the lead. And we're going to take a break on 104.3 and 960 Sports, live HD video on mybasin.com.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we are back live on 104.3 960 Sports. HD video on mybasin.com. KU is in the lead in this one, but North Valley working with it quick. Kilborn gets an open look from 3, and he misses it. It's 17-7, 40 seconds to go now as Xavier Arvizu brings it to the front for KU, and Garrett Short will travel with it as he catches the pass. So we'll reset things for you. 17-7, KU in the lead. The 5 on the floor for them is Aaron Franklin, Christian Taylor, Garrett Short, Jacob Cook, and Xavier Arvizu. Tanner Laube for North Valley bringing it up. He gets it back to Kilborn, now back to Laube. Over to Avila now, to Kilborn, guarded by Short, top of the key. To Laube, now right side of the key. Still beyond the 3-point arc. Kilborn takes a screen, finds an open look from range. That one will bounce around the rim and will not fall. 7.2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 17-7, KU is in the lead. And Xavier will double dribble as he brings the ball up for KU. 1.7 seconds left to go. We'll see what kind of shot North Valley gets. Laube picks it up, shoots it, misses. 17-7 is the score. We go into the second quarter with KU is in the lead. They've played great offense, and we'll talk about it next in the second quarter on 104.3 960 Sports, live HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Yeah. North Valley has one.
And we're back in the second quarter, 104.3 960 Sports, live HD video, mybasin.com. 17-7, we're in the second quarter. KU starts with the ball. They find Xavier Arvizu for an open three. That's his third of the night, and he is starting to catch fire. They now lead 20-7. KU does. Tanner Laube with it now for North Valley on the other side. As the Knights start to slow things down, Laube tries to go to work against Xavier. Guarded in the near side. Bounce pass to Avila, but he bobbles it. Taken away by Xavier Arvizu. Arvizu now covered. Gets it out to Christian Taylor. Taylor to Xavier. Inside to Cook, and he will be fouled. Not a shooting foul, but KU will stick with it. The five on the floor for them. It's Garrett Short, Jacob Cook, Aaron Franklin, Christian Taylor, and Xavier Arvizu. The five on the floor for the Pels, wearing their blacks tonight on the road. Inbound pass goes to Franklin. He bounces it into Cook. And before Jacob could go up with the shot, he will travel. And that shot Coach Case right up off the bench. He did not like that call. Cook was searching for it too.
I'm not sure how that was traveling. He got the ball, turned around, didn't pick up his pivot foot, dribbled once, took one step and shot. So I don't know how that was traveling.
Regardless, it's North Valley ball. Tanner Laube brings it up for the Knights. Now back to Avila. That's Comiford. Dishes it to Laube. Laube takes a three, and that one will fall. Tanner Laube has got 6 points tonight. And he gets North Valley within 10. It's 20-10 with 6:50 to go in the second. KU leads. Darius Holmes checked back in the game for KU. Xavier takes a deep three and comes up short of the rim. He was feeling good about himself. And 6:39 left to go in the second. North Valley will bring it up. Tanner Laube guarded by Holmes. He's going to get it to Kilborn. Kilborn now drives to the basket. And
he's carrying the ball.
Okay.
That's the second time that ref has called that. He called it on Arvizu in the first quarter. So, you know, some refs like to call certain things. Obviously, this guy likes to call carrying it.
Turnover for the Knights. That's their second. And now Darius Holmes brings it up for KU. Gets it to Short. Now to Taylor on the left corner. Inside to Cook. Cook gets around Comiford, and a reverse layup. That looked nice from Jacob Cook. He's got 8 points tonight and extends KU's lead to 22-10. 6:05 to go in the second. Quick passing from North Valley. As Kilborn with it now. Dishes it to Laube, guarded by Holmes. Now to Schnurr. Schnurr against Arvizu on the left corner, near us. Good defense being played by Xavier. A bounce pass to Laube. Gets it out to Kilborn. Kilborn takes a three over the head of Garrett Short, and that one will fall. Good shooting form from Kilborn there. 22-13, KU still leads after that three-pointer. And another layup for KU. North Valley with it. Laube brings it up, gets it out to Kilborn. Kilborn goes inside against Cook and Short and loses the pass. Still a loose ball picked up by the Knights. Gets it to Kilborn. Kilborn, another three off the front of the rim. It's no good. Cook brings down the board for KU, and now they go the other way. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Lincoln Kilborn. It's 24-13 with 5 left to go in the second quarter. You're listening to Klamath Union basketball on 104.3 960 Sports or live HD video on mybasin.com. We are on the road tonight at North Valley playing the Knights. Inbound pass goes from Xavier to Franklin, and Franklin will knock down the open look from range. 6 points for him tonight. And 27-13. KU leads. North Valley with it now on their side. Gets it to Ol Schnurrer beyond the key. Now to Comiford. Back to Lauby. Lauby takes a screen set by Comiford. Gets around everyone, tries to lay it up. It doesn't go in. Rebound the Knights. And Schnurrer tries to put it up. It doesn't fall. A scramble for the ball. It will go out of bounds. Possession to the Knights. That was a scramble for it. It looked like there might have been a couple of jump balls. The officials let him play, and it'll end up in the hands of North Valley.
Yeah, KU's working really hard on defense, and they scrambled for that ball. We had a couple players on the floor, and unfortunately North Valley came away with it.
4:23 left to go in the second. Inbound pass goes to Tanner Lauby. He gets it outside to Schnurr, who takes a three from the corner and drains it. 27-26.
27-16.
27-16 rather. Aaron Franklin takes an open look and doesn't get it. Tanner Lauby with it. It's 4 minutes flat left to go in the second. And Tanner gets around Franklin, gets inside the paint. He throws up a shot, no good. Rebound is going to be, well, Darius Holmes saves it from going out of bounds, and now KU with it in the front court. Finds Darius Holmes. An open look from three for Darius. Off the back iron, no good. Franklin with the rebound. Gets it out to Darius, now to Xavier. Bounce pass into Cook. He's at the right elbow. Gets it to Franklin. Now to Holmes, to Xavier. And Xavier will be fouled on his way to the basket. No shooting foul, so it'll just be the 5th for the Knights so far, and 2 for the Pels. .330 to go in the second. KU leads 27-16. Their biggest lead of the night so far is 11. Arvizu gets it inside to Cook. Cook tries to get around him for a layup, and he'll be fouled on the shot. Jacob will go to the line for 2 shots. Jacob's already got 8 points tonight, and he's not even the leading scorer for KU. That's Xavier Arvizu. He's got 9 tonight on 3 triples. So KU shooting the ball well, and Cook's first free throw will rattle out. He'll miss that one. Still 27-16. Second free throw is good. 28-16 now, 3:20 to go in the second. KU leads. Tanner Lauby now for the Knights, taking it up. Getting it over to Blake, now to Schnurr, back to Lauby. Blake beyond the key. And next one to grab it is Kilborn. Back to Lauby. To Schnurr now. A lot of passing beyond the three-point arc for North Valley. Gets it to Lincoln Kilborn. Kilborn takes a screen. Pump fake, but Xavier Arvizu will steal the pass. He will touch it going out of bounds, and it will stick with the Knights. .250 to go in the second. And we're going to take a timeout, I believe. 2:50 left to go, 28-16 the score. Klamath Union in the lead. Stay right here. You're listening to Pelicans basketball, 104.3 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com.
So my very fondest memory at Annabee's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
We're in the second quarter from North Valley. The KU Pelicans lead 28-16 over the North Valley Knights. 2:50 to go in the second, and North Valley will start with the ball. Inbound pass to Schnurr. Over to Laube. Laube guarded by Franklin. About half court. Laube, nice moves, but dishes it to Neufeld. Neufeld is going to get it back out to Laube. He takes a contested three. That one will bounce off the glass. No good. Rebound Cook. So KU working the other way now. And Arvizu with it. He brings it to the front for KU. Gets it to Short. Now to Cook, just beyond the three-point arc. Cook in a double team. He's going to find Short. Back inside to Jacob Cook. Goes to work against Blake. Cook inside to Short. That was a good pass, and Short will be fouled as he goes up for the shot there. It will be his first chances at the free throw line. And this game brought to you in part by Klamath Casino. They've got more than 350 Vegas-style slots in every denomination from pennies to dollars, or you can try your hand at the card tables for a fun game of blackjack. Head to Klamath Casino. They are 20 minutes north on Highway 97. Short goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. So it's 29-16. KU in the lead with 2:07 left to go. And after North Valley lets the ball go out of bounds, and it's turnover for them. KU will be with it. Garrett Short over to Franklin on the right side beyond the three-point arc. To Cook, to Xavier. Arvizu takes an open look from three. It'll hit off the back of the rim and out. Now North Valley taking it to their side. Under 2 minutes now is Tanner Laube with it. Bounce pass over to Neufeld. Neufeld gets it into Blake, and that will be swatted away by Garrett Short. He gets a hand on it at least, and maybe his third block of the game. He gets the ball on the other side too. Gets it to Cook. Back inside to Garrett Short, and he lays it up and in off the glass. Nice move to the basket by Garrett. 5 points for him tonight, where the team leads 31-16. Neufeld works to the basket for North Valley and will be fouled. He will go to the line and shoot 2. Neufeld is 2 for 2 from the line so far. It's his only point so far in the evening. 1:17. He usually tries to cut into this lead a bit, as Klamath Union leads now by 14. Their biggest lead has been 15 so far tonight. 31-17, 1:17 to go. Second free throw does not fall. Jacob Cook with the rebound. 31-17 in the second, KU leads. Jacob Cook gets the pass from Xavier. He goes to work against Blake. Great moves to get around Tylen Blake, and Cook lays it in for 2. He has been a monster tonight down low. Big part of the reason his team is up, but North Valley working to the other side. Neufeld goes to the basket. Garrett Short gets a hand in there, and he will foul Neufeld. So Dylan Neufeld to the line for 2 more. He is 3 for 4 at the line so far tonight. 5 on the floor for the Pels. As we are in the last parts of the second quarter, it's Darius Holmes, Aaron Franklin, Garrett Short, Jacob Cook, and Xavier Arvizu. The first free throw from Neufeld goes in. It's 33-18. KU in the lead here in the second quarter. Second free throw misses as well. Garrett Short brings it up now. He hands it to Darius. Back to Aaron Franklin. Back to Holmes. Holmes to Franklin. On the outside to Cook. Cook to Xavier, now to Short. Finds Franklin on the inside, gets it back out to Short. Garrett takes an open look from 3, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Cook. Cook fighting for the basket, and it looked like, Cook is fouled. I'm not quite sure what the signaling from our officials were. I'm not going to speculate. It doesn't matter. Cook is at the line.
He got fouled.
The only thing was it looked like there was no whistle, but he called it travel. I didn't hear a whistle. I saw the wrist, but...
that was a block shot.
Okay. Well, Cook gets his first free throw down. And the second one as well. It's 35-18. Klamath Union leads here with 26.4 seconds to go in the second quarter. Stick with us at halftime. We'll break down the stats as we have them and take a look at everything else going on in the Skyline Conference in the Klamath Basin this evening. Olschner guarded by Franklin as he brings it up. Gets it to Blake, now out to Lauby, guarded by Franklin. Now to Neufeld. Neufeld takes the screen set by Lauby, crosses up Franklin, and an offensive foul called against Neufeld, a turnover for them. And KU will take it with 9 seconds to go in the second. They will likely take their last shot. Arvizu checks in for Franklin.
You know, it's interesting. Up to this game, you couldn't buy an offensive foul.
Right? Yeah. All right, inbound pass. 5 seconds on the clock. Cook over to Franklin. Franklin drives to the basket and knocks it down, and that will likely bring us to the halftime buzzer. Aaron Franklin finishes the quarter with 8 points, but he's not the leading scorer. We'll tell you who is coming up on the halftime show. The score is 37-18. KU leads after 16 minutes. We'll be back as we continue on 104.3 and 960 Sports, live HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamoya, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
And we are back live on 104.3 960 Sports HD video on mybasin.com. It's halftime from North Valley High School, and the Pelicans lead 37-18. I'm Josh Eldridge. Along with me is Dick North, and running the live stream tonight is Cale Harms, and this is the Abbey's legendary pizza game of the week. KU's last road game, and they look good, led in part by Jacob Cook, who's had a fantastic game down low.
He has. He's got 13 points this game. He's been a huge factor in this game. He works hard underneath. We've talked about that every game. He's constantly fighting for rebounds. He intimidates kids when they come into the paint, and he's just had so far an excellent game. KU overall is playing really well. They've only had 4 turnovers. As far as points, Cook has 13. Arvizu has 9. He shot pretty well from the three-point line. He's 3 for 5, which is not too shabby. Franklin has 8. And Short has 7. Kind of an interesting stat right now. Darius Holmes doesn't have any points in this game, so he's played, basically a quarter and a half, and has not made a bucket, but he's only shot twice. He works the ball in really well. He's been feeding it into Jacob Cook underneath, and he's, even though he doesn't score, all the time, he hasn't scored tonight. He's a major player. There's no question. And I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to go down the line.
What?
And I'm going to say Darius is going to come back in the second half, and he's just going to rip things apart. So he's going to drive in. He's going to get fouled. He's going to make shots from the free throw line, and then he's going to start draining some threes. And it's going to open up stuff underneath even more for Cook. And Cook is going to be the leading scorer in this game.
He's done a great job. And another person who's done a great job, which you and I were kind of talking about during one of the breaks, Xavier Arvizu. I said he needed to get hot, and he has. He shot 3 3-pointers. Well, he shot, 4 of them, and he's made 3 of them. He's got 9 points regardless, and that's what we should come to expect from him moving down the stretch. And if KU wants to make a run at the playoffs, he is going to be an integral part of it.
He is. It's interesting. He shot 5 3-pointers. One of them was from about 75 feet. It seemed like
it was about 20 feet, 25 feet.
It was out there, probably a little bit farther than what's comfortable for him. But he drained the first 3 that he took.
Right.
And it was nothing but net. So he was feeling some confidence. Like, it was hard for me not to laugh on air, but Arvizu was pretending he was Peyton Pritchard, and he's not quite that good yet. So, he's a major factor in these games. Again, like we talked about earlier, KU is a unique team because they don't have any 1-2 go-to guy.
Right.
Every single game. They alternate between the starters with who scores well. They work the ball around really well. They're probably the most unselfish team I've ever watched play, especially, Cook. He had a shot that he dished off to Short underneath, and you mentioned it was a really nice play for Short. It was a beautiful dish for Cook. I mean, he could easily have taken the shot himself, and he passed it off to his teammate who scored. And that's something that's really impressive with this style of play and with kids this age, that they're so unselfish.
And last thing, I'll get your opinion on the turnover numbers. 4 for KU, 3 for North Valley. It's been a clean played game. North Valley just hasn't scored as much as KU has, and that's how we get our score of 37-18.
One of the things that North Valley does, and it happened in the first game when we played these guys over in Klamath, they have a tendency of living and dying by the 3. They don't work it inside. Yeah. They have tried to a few times, and Short, I think, has 4 block shots. Cook has a couple. Franklin has 1, I know for sure. And if North Valley continues to work the ball around the perimeter and throw up 25-foot shots all the time, if nothing drops, they're going to get beat up on. And so I'm hoping that's what happens. KU is playing really aggressively defensively, and they're doing a good job of taking care of the ball. And, Coach Case has got to be happy with these kids, but, hopefully they don't let their intensity down. They come back in the second half and just start beating up on North Valley a little bit more. As far as scoring, North Valley scored 7 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, to KU's 17 in the first quarter and 20 in the second. You and I have talked in the past about, KU has a tendency to let them down in the third quarter. We'll see what they do tonight. I think they're going to come back and play with some intensity, and they're going to rack up another 14, 15, 16 points in the third quarter.
That'd be great. Other teams playing tonight as we look around is Mazama, we know, is playing Phoenix. We have actually a score update from them as they're at halftime. The last score update from them late in the first half, Mazama actually leading Phoenix 26-23. That'd be big for the Skyline Conference standings. And, of course, Henley is playing Hidden Valley tonight. We don't have a score update from them. but that's a big game as well. In this one, 37-18, Klamath Union is in the lead. The third quarter is coming up on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on Adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamath, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamath Casino in Chiloquin.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to North Valley High School. That's where we're broadcasting live from on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. We get back into the swing of things as North Valley will start with the ball, and Dylan Neufeld scores 2 points. That brings the score up to 37-20. And KU, the five on the floor for them in the black uniforms, it's going to be Aaron Franklin, Darius Holmes, Jacob Cook, Xavier Arvizu, and Garrett Short. And the five on the floor for the North Valley Knights in the white uniforms. We'll get them here in just a minute as well, as Tanner Lauby's handling it. Dylan Neufeld, Lincoln Kilborn, Aiden Avila, and Tylen Blake out there for the Knights. As right now it's Neufeld. Now back to Lauby, top of the key, gets it back to Neufeld. That was now on the left side, inside to Blake. Bounce back outside to Kilborn. He takes a three-pointer just beyond the arc, beyond the key, and it does not fall. Garrett Short with the rebound. His Pelicans lead 37-20 with 7:09 left to go in the third. Xavier takes a shot from about 22 feet. That one will hit the glass, no good. Rebound North Valley, and Neufeld brings it up front for them. Neufeld over to Lauby. Lauby to Kilborn for North Valley. Back to Neufeld. Inside to Lauby. He'll go to work against Franklin. He'll throw one up off the glass, and Lauby will score. He's got 8 points tonight. KU with it now. Franklin will get it inside to Arvizu, and KU will stick with possession as the ball goes out of bounds. Apologies there for those of you watching. Get the scoreboard back up for you. 37-22, 6.5 to go in the third. Arvizu with it now in the double team, guarded by Kilborn and Neufeld. He gets it to Darius, to Short, to Franklin in the corner, back to Short. They find Darius an open look for three, and that one will not fall. Neufeld gets it. Darius has not scored yet tonight, had a good look there, doesn't convert, but his team is still leading. Neufeld gets around a screen on the other side for the Knights and will score. It's 37-22, and Coach Case is going to call a timeout. We're going to take one as well. 37-22, the Pelicans lead on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live video on mybasin.com.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
We're back in the third quarter from North Valley High School. The Klamath Union Pelicans lead 37-24 with 6:04 left to go in the third. They bring it up, and it's turned over almost immediately, their fifth turnover of the night. North Valley brings it in. Avila tries to go up for it, and it's blocked by Garrett Short. That's got to be his fourth block of the night. It'll go out of bounds. North Valley will stick with it, and it'll be Kilborn to inbound it for the Knights. North Valley gets it to Blake. He throws up a shot. Rebound Darius of KU. A nice move to get around Neufeld, and he will let it go out of bounds. Frustrated with himself, but it'll happen. 37-24, 13-point differential. 5:45 left to go in the third quarter. KU in the lead. Neufeld takes an open look from three, and that one will hit the back iron. No good. Darius Holmes with the rebound. Playing in the full court press, and that one will end up going out of bounds.
KU's got to take care of the ball. They're only 3 minutes into the fourth or third quarter. They've already got as many turnovers as they had in the first half.
Right. Laube brings it up, gets it to Blake. Now outside to Kilborn. Kilborn finds Laube in the far corner, the right side. Back to Blake. Blake to Neufeld, guarded by Holmes beyond the key. He drives the bucket, tries to get the layup, but it's rebounded by Cook as it misses. 5:10 to go in the third. KU brings it up. Bounce pass to Xavier. Works inside. Xavier finds an open look for Darius. He gets himself a nice look from mid-range. Hits the front of the rim. It does not fall. Tanner Laube now with it for North Valley. He will bring it up, and he will be met by Aaron Franklin at the logo. Now to Kilborn. Back out to Avila. Foul called against Xavier, non-shooting foul. It'll be the first for KU. And now it's Neufeld. Gets it to Laube. Now to Avila in the far corner. Avila is going to find Blake to Laube. Laube goes to work against Franklin. He's going to get it over to Avila just inside the three-point arc, and he'll nail it from the corner. 2 more points for the Knights. It is 37-26. 4:18 to go in the third. KU still in the lead. Darius Holmes gets it to Franklin. Franklin, corner three. That one won't fall. The rebound is going to be grabbed by Lincoln Kilborn. He gets it over to Laube. Laube loses the dribble. And they're going to say Laube stepped out of bounds with it. Maybe a jump ball, I'm not quite sure. Laube wasn't thrilled with the call, but North Valley will stick with it. Bounce pass goes inside to Avila. He goes up for it, and he will be fouled pretty hard. And he will go to the line and shoot 2. First free throw is good. And this will be a 10-0 run for North Valley as we start the third quarter, as it's now 37-28. And traveling from Christian Taylor. Another turnover for him. That's 5 already for KU. Third quarters, they got to get it together. That's been what's hampering KU all year. Have yet to score here in this third quarter. There's 3:50 left, and they're still up by 9. They've got themselves a cushion, but they've got to get it ready to go. Neufeld for the Knights. Bounce pass into Blake. Back to Neufeld. He throws it up and scores. 2 more points for Dylan Neufeld. He's got 8 tonight. 3:32 left to go in the third. Garrett Short. Bounce pass to Christian Taylor. Taylor over to Darius. Darius tries to work in the basket. Bounce pass to Short, and it's blocked by Lincoln Kilborn. And he will step out of bounds with it. Good defense by Lincoln. And now Garrett Short will inbound it. The 5 on the floor with him. It's Cook, Holmes, Taylor, and Franklin. Bounce pass to Jacob Cook. He's fighting through 3 guys. Dishes it out to Taylor. Taylor, corner 3. That one rattles home. Christian Taylor ends a 12-0 run from the Knights with points there. 40-30, KU leads. 3:09 left to go in the third. Now North Valley with it on the other side. Gets it to Neufeld. About 25 feet out. He takes a shot. That one will hit the glass. No good. Now Garrett Short with it. He brings it up in a hurry. Takes a screen set by Cook. Gets it to Franklin. Now to Taylor. Back to Franklin. To Darius now. Christian Taylor gets it to Short. Bounce pass to Franklin. He works inside. Is met by Blake. And a foul charging against Aaron Franklin. Probably the right call, but KU not used to seeing that. We couldn't get an offensive foul over the hill. .242 left to go in the third. It's a 10-point game. KU at 1 point leading by 19. Inbound pass goes to Lauby. North Valley with it now as we get set to go for the last 2.5 of the third quarter. Lauby gets around Franklin, and Aaron will break up the pass. It's stolen away by Darius Holmes, and he will bring it up the front court. Holmes bounce passes it over to Taylor, back to Holmes, to Short, to Franklin, inside to Cook. Cook gets everyone off their feet, finds Darius. Now to Christian Taylor. He takes a 3, no good. Rebound grab by Aaron Franklin. KU working hard on the glass. They kick it out to Darius. Darius finds Franklin in the corner, gets it to Cook. Franklin was cutting to the basket, and he will be fouled as he throws it up. And Aaron Franklin will get his first chances at the line here. And exactly as you said to me, Dick, KU needs to get it inside. They've scored their past couple points right at the basket and done well.
They need to do what worked for them in the first half, and that's getting the ball into Cook.
Cook has been met with the triple team a couple of times already here in just the third quarter, and it's limited KU to just about 4 points. And now Franklin converts a pair of free throws. That's 10 points for him tonight. North Valley works the other way. It's 42-30. Ball goes out of bounds, sticks with the Knights. 2 minutes flat to go in the third. Again, 42-30. Klamath Union is in the lead on the road tonight. Their last road game. Road win here would mean the world to the Pelicans. Bounce pass in to Lauby. He kicks it out to Avila. Now to Schnurr, who's checked in. He takes it, guarded by Darius. Kicks it back out to Lauby. Now to Kilborn, just beyond the left elbow. Back to Lauby. To Kilborn now. To Schnurr. Just beyond the key, guarded by Darius. Kicks it back out to Lobby, all behind the three-point arc. Kilborn takes a running 3. Misses everything, and Cook will grab it. Gets it to Taylor. KU stops in transition. Christian in the double team now. Gets it to Darius. He will keep it in KU territory with an athletic save there. He'll get the ball back to Franklin. Back to Darius. Now to Christian. A bit of perimeter passing from KU. Darius Holmes now with it. Gets it to Franklin. Now to Taylor. A corner 3. Christian misses that one. Cook with the rebound. Jacob will try to put it back up. He misses. Taylor with it. He misses. Now Short He tries to get it, and finally a foul is called. 3 misses, and they finally get fouled. Short still has to convert on the points, though. Garrett Short, 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. He's got 7 points. And a chance to extend this lead a little bit. Short's first free throw will miss. Checking into the game now for the Knights is going to be Casey Comeyford. He'll check in for Tylen Blake. Second free throw coming up from Garrett Short. That one will fall. 43-30, KU in the lead. Under a minute now left to go in the third quarter. Kilborn bring it up in a hurry for the Knights. He goes up against Cook. Good defense there by Jacob as the shot misses. Now Darius brings it up for Klamath Union on the other side. Bounce pass to Taylor. Taylor now inside to Jacob Cook. In the double team, the ball's knocked loose. Still up for grabs, and it will go out of bounds. North Valley will take it.
Interesting calls underneath,
to say the least. 33 seconds left to go in the third. North Valley taking it up. It's Schnurr up against Holmes. Over to Laube on the left side. Gets it outside to Comeyford just beyond the key. Now to Schnurr on the right side of the key, beyond the three-point arc. Now to Laube, handling it about 25 feet out. Gets it to Kilborn just beyond the three-point arc. 12 seconds left to go now in the third quarter. North Valley likely going to take the last shots. It's now Laube on the right side. Gets it to Kilborn. He takes a quick shot. That one will rattle out, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 43-30 as we head to the final frame from North Valley. The Klamath Union Pelicans are in the lead. We'll be back with more of the action coming up on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
We're back with the fourth quarter of action this evening from North Valley High School. We thank you for joining us on MyBasin or on the radio at 104.3 and 960 Sports. KU starts the fourth quarter with a lead of 43-30, and North Valley. Kilborn for the Knights gets it over to Schnurr. Schnurr handles it beyond the key, gets it back to Kilborn. Kilborn inside to Laube. Laube Holmes gets it out to Comeyford, now to Kilborn once again. Schnurr takes the screen, throws up a mid-range jumper. That one will rattle out. Rebound. The 5 on the floor for the Pelicans. It's Christian Taylor, Garrett Short, Aaron Franklin, Jacob Cook, and Darius Holmes. Christian Taylor now. Franklin now to Short in the double team. Short inside to Holmes, outside to Franklin now. Christian Taylor finds himself a shot at mid-range. He's going to Cook with the rebound. He finds himself inside. Jacob Cook tries for one, misses it. The rebound still up for grabs, and it will go out of bounds. Possession North Valley. 7:01 left to go in the fourth. 43-30. KU in the lead. Just joining us, you're listening to the Abbey's Legendary Pizza Game of the Week, live on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on MyBasin. We are in the fourth quarter of a 43-30 game, 7 minutes left. Tanner Laube with it. He gets it out to Kilborn, and an illegal screen set by the Knights. Offensive foul. KU will take possession. And Garrett Short with it now. He gets it over to Darius Holmes. Holmes will be fouled by Schnurr. That is the 5th team foul for the Knights. Rather, the fourth team foul. KU inbounds it to Taylor. Franklin grabs it and gets smacked.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, maybe took a forearm there. That'll be the fifth team foul for the Knights. Foul charge to Aiden Avila, his third foul. Inbound pass to Taylor. He gets it out to Holmes. Holmes to Franklin. Franklin pump fakes, gets it back to Darius. Bounce pass to Taylor. Back to Darius Holmes now to Aaron Franklin. Franklin works through the double team, gets it to Cook, and he did not move his pivot foot.
No,
he gets called for a travel, and he did not. I mean, he took half a step there, didn't move his pivot foot, and gets called for a travel. Even if he did move his pivot foot, he hadn't dribbled yet.
Yeah, I think the ref thought he dragged his pivot foot a little bit, but if anything, it should have been a foul.
Yeah. 43-30, 6:20 left to go in the fourth. KU with it after the turnover from the Knights. Garrett Short takes the inbound pass. He gives it to Darius Holmes. Now one is picked up by Franklin. Short now in the double team. And he will find Cook. Short cuts to the basket, takes the pass from Cook, and will step out of bounds, or maybe dribble it out of bounds. Regardless, a turnover. And North Valley will take it. We get a timeout called by Coach Ed Case with 6:05 left to go in the fourth of a 43-30 game. KU is in the lead. We'll be right back on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
Welcome back to 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. 43-30 in the fourth quarter. KU is in the lead. And again, if you're experiencing issues watching on mybasin.com, they should be resolved shortly. We get a little bit of trouble streaming here in North Valley sometimes, but still been a great game. KU leads by 13, and at one point they led by 19, but still in the lead. North Valley will start with the ball as we get back into it. Tanner Laube with it. He goes to work against Franklin. He shoves Franklin off of him. Laube throws up a shot. No good. Aaron with the rebound. KU with it now. Working the other side. Garrett Short gets it to Taylor. Taylor on the inside in the double team. Kicks it out to Darius Holmes. Holmes goes to work against Laube beyond the three-point arc. Darius over to Short. Back to Holmes. Now to Taylor. Taylor kicks it out to Garrett Short at the logo. Now back to Holmes on the right side of the three-point arc. Finds Garrett Short now inside to Cook. And he will be fouled. Not a shooting foul, but still the sixth team foul for the Knights.
That should be number 4 on Avila. Lobby's also in foul trouble. He's got 4.
Garrett Short to inbound it. He's going to find Taylor. Taylor inside to Cook. Cook is surrounded by 4 Knights. It's a cavalry, and they take it away from him. In transition now, it's Ol Schnurr. He will be fouled on his way to the basket on the shot, and he will shoot for 2. I mentioned getting inside to Jacob Cook, but he got swarmed by about 4 white uniforms there.
And they beat him up.
Yeah. 5th team foul for KU, the first charged to Christian Taylor, and that'll send Ol Schnurr to the line. He makes his first. Taylor will check out, and that will bring back in Xavier Arvizu. Schnurr's second free throw will rattle home as well. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Laube of the North Valley Knights. Will take one as well. 43-32, 5:10 left to go in the fourth quarter of a game where Klamath Union is in the lead. You've got 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we are back on 104.3 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. KU will start with the ball out of the break in a game where they lead 43-32 in the last 5 minutes. Xavier Arvizu takes the pass. He gets it knocked away. The loose ball is going to be kicked out to Franklin, to Short, now to Darius in the far corner. Darius works inside. He's met by a few white uniforms there. Kicks it out to Franklin, back to Darius beyond the three-point arc. Gets it to Garrett Short. Back to Darius. Darius to Arvizu. Now back to Garrett Short. Darius, a lot of passing on the perimeter. 4.5 to go now in the fourth. Jacob Cook works inside. He kicks it out to Xavier. And more passing as Darius ends up with it at about half court. Passing up on some open shots maybe, as Darius is going to find Franklin. Back to Darius, over to Garrett Short. Short in the double team, gets it knocked away, feels the pressure, finds Cook, and Cook gets it out to Aaron Franklin. Now to Darius Holmes. Holmes works to the basket, lays it up, and it will fall. Darius, with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, scores his first points of the evening, extends KU's lead to 45-32. 13-point differential. Again, KU once leading by 19. Tanner Laube takes a deep three, and it falls.
I'd give him that all day long.
That's about a 22-footer, maybe 24, and yeah, give him that one. That's only 11 points for him on the night, and KU works the other way. Darius Holmes drives the basket in the paint. He kicks it out to Xavier. He loses the pass, but finds it, gets it out to Franklin. Now back to Xavier, and Xavier will travel. Making a case for himself, but he traveled. It's a 10-point game, 45-35, 3:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. KU in the lead. Tanner Laube with it for the Knights. Brings it up. Laube is going to find Guerin. And an offensive foul is going to be taken by Tanner Laube.
That's his fifth.
And he will check out of the game with 3:08 left to go. Laube will exit with 11 points and 3 3-pointers made. Checking into the game will be Dylan Neufeld.
You know, it's kind of interesting. There have been more offensive fouls called tonight than I think the whole rest of the games we've gone to the entire season.
Exactly, yeah, it's curious. KU with it. They lead by 10. 3:02 to go. 45-35. Darius Holmes in the double team, and foul called against Neufeld. That's the 7th team foul for North Valley, or rather the 8th team foul, and Darius Holmes will go to the line for 2. He scored his first points with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. One of the leading guys for KU, but as you mentioned, Dick, it doesn't always have to be one guy with this team.
That's right. You know, Darius has been working the offense. He's been shooting. He's been passing the ball around. You know, again, you know, stats don't always show how hard somebody plays and what they do. So, you know, he's doing well.
He makes his first free throw. He's going to get a second one because of it. Darius 2 for 2 at the line. 47-35. The KU Pelicans lead with 2:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. North Valley with it now on the other side. Dylan Neufeld guarded by Aaron Franklin. Neufeld spin move to the basket. He's met by 3 Pelicans. Dishes it out to Lincoln Kilborn. Now to Guerin in the far corner. Tries to get it to Schnurr. That ball will go back into the Pelican territory, but picked up by Schnurr. Now to Kilborn. Kilborn drives to the basket And a blocking foul taken by Jacob Cook. He stood there with his hands up, maybe because he didn't sell it enough. I'm not sure what that was.
The kid didn't move for about 25 seconds.
Yeah.
He got run over, and they call a foul on him. Poor Jacob, he cannot buy an offensive foul.
And I'm not sure, I mean, you look at guys like him, he doesn't quite sell it enough. He's not big. I mean, you think you could be able to bump him around a bit more, but he just takes them and never gets the call for him. First free throw is going to be made by Kilborn.
I know he gets really frustrated.
And Kilborn will miss the second. The score, 47-36. KU leads. 2.5 to go in the fourth. Darius with it. Gets it to Franklin. Now back to Holmes. Now to Short. To Arvizu in the far corner. Arvizu dishes it to Holmes. Back to Franklin. Back to Holmes again. KU scrambling as North Valley's defense is working hard. The pass inside for Cook is jumbled up, and he will be fouled as he tries to come down with it. So Jacob, who we haven't seen very much of in the second half, will go to the line. He's 0 for 2 at the free throw line so far this game.
And that would be number 5 on Avila.
Checking in for Avila is Casey Comiford. The 5 on the floor for the North Valley Knights, a stark difference to what we've seen from their lineup earlier. Only one starter in the game for them. Actually, scratch that, 2 starters. Dylan Neufeld and Lincoln Kilborn both started this one. We've got Casey Comiford, TJ Gurin, and Ol Schnurr in the game for the Knights. First free throw is made from Cook, as is the second. It's a 49-36 ball game with 2:04 left to go in the fourth quarter, and KU in the lead. Dylan Neufeld with it for the Knights. Goes to work against Franklin, but it's taken away by Jacob Cook. He falls down with it, but is able to get it to Darius Holmes. Holmes to the basket, fights through contact, isn't able to get it to fall. He follows his shot nicely, though, gets the rebound, gets it outside to Garrett Short. Under 2 minutes now. It's Xavier Arvizu with the ball. Gets it to Holmes. Holmes gets it to Cook, and he doesn't get it to fall. After the layup attempt, it's now Neufeld with it. Gets it to Gurin in front of the North Valley bench. Now to Kilborn. Kilborn, step back 3, and that one will fall. It was a pretty shot. It's a 10-point game, 49-39. 1:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. KU leads, and Kilborn will reach in and foul Garrett Short, who will get a chance at the line. I feel like if you're going to let Kilborn do that to you, you might not hit those all the time, but it was a good shot.
He's 2 for 7.
Well, let him do that to you maybe once. First free throw from Garrett Short will roll around the rim and will fall. KU has scored their 50th point with 1:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. They lead by 11. Klamath Union on average this season scoring 57 and giving up 51. Might not hit their average, but North Valley has played good defense tonight. Short's second free throw is missed, but it's rebounded by Franklin. Given out to Holmes, and now Arvizu with it. Back to Darius Holmes. Short to Franklin. Bounce pass into Xavier. It's broken up, but Franklin able to grab it. Good awareness there. Aaron's got it again. Works through a double team. Gets it to Xavier. Now to Garrett Short. Short finds Cook at the logo. They're playing way out there. Bounce pass inside to Xavier. Xavier at the left elbow tries to find Darius, but it will go out of bounds. 39 seconds to go in the fourth. 50-39. An 11-point differential between these two teams, and Dylan Neufeld will take it for the Knights. Gives it to Gurin. Gurin guarded by Arvizu. Back out to Neufeld. Neufeld spin move to the basket and a fadeaway jump shot there. 50-41. 20 seconds left to go. Garrett Short is going to find Franklin over to Cook. Back to Short. KU, we'll see if they let him dribble out the clock here. Darius working to the basket. Kicks it outside to Short, to Cook. 4 seconds left on the clock, and this will be the final this evening. 50-41, Klamath Union with a big win this evening. We're going to invite 22 number Aaron Franklin up to the desk here, and we're going to talk to him about this game coming up on 104.3 960 Sports. Once again, the final 50-41. Klamath Union taking this one on the road. We'll be back with Aaron Franklin on the postgame show on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
What if I told you there's a fun destination to stay and play out there right on adventure's doorstep? A place nestled in Ponderosa Pines and surrounded by wildlife just minutes away from Crater Lake. At Klamath, you really feel like you're getting away from it all. Come stay at the Sleep Inn and enjoy our wonderful amenities that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. After a day of exploring, come and take a dip in our indoor heated pool. Then head over to the casino for some great food and fun. Adventure awaits at Klamath Casino in Chiloquin.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
All right. And we are back live on 104.3 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. Klamath Union taking this one 50-41 in good fashion. You guys played good offense. I'm, of course, joined by Aaron Franklin on the postgame show. You finished with 10 points. How do you feel about that win personally?
I feel good. I think we played really good the first half. We kind of let off the second half, but, I think we did good.
So you personally, I saw you in the beginning. You guarded their best player, I think, universally, Tanner Lauby. How did you approach him defensively?
I knew he was really good. I knew he could dribble both hands and drive both hands and could shoot threes. So, it was just everything to, watch his waist, know where he's going. You
limited him to 11 points. When you're guarding a guy like that, you know who can shoot threes. Do you kind of, you see him start to get cold. Do you try to let him maybe test his guns a little bit, or are you on him the whole game?
I tried to be on him the whole game because I don't want him to get hot,
Right.
So, I just try to wear him out by the end of the game. So, yeah, that was the plan.
So you guys as a team this season, you're starting to come down the home stretch. You're ironing out whatever kinks you have left. The thing that I've noticed for your team is coming out of the halftime break. And the third quarter has been just tough for you guys all season. 6 points in the third quarter today. What has been biting you guys in the third quarter, just, straight?
I think we're losing our focus, honestly, especially the last two games. I mean, we've had a big lead going into halftime, and I think we just get comfortable, and that for sure has to change, especially once we start playing, neck and neck games. Or otherwise, we'll be, hosed. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Last question before we start looking forward into the season. I know tonight a lot of offensive foul calls. It seems like you guys can't get any back at home. I asked Jacob this question last week because he's the guy who gets challenged the most on those offensive foul calls. How do you guys stay focused when stuff doesn't go your way? Because I've noticed you guys probably have the tightest bond of any team in this conference.
Yeah. It's hard, especially when the game's close. When refs don't, honestly for me, I just look at it as we need to always count on the refs being bad. That way, if we get good refs, we'll be good. So, it's just really hard, honestly, because it seems a lot of offensive charges don't go our way. But I don't know. So.
Right. So you guys got the rest of the season. You're 6-2 now. Next week you play Phoenix, a team you've beat, and then you got Mazama, a team you've beat. So staying focused going into the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be the key, right? Just staying focused.
Yeah, and coming out like I said last time I was on, coming out like it's our last game will be huge for us because we can't underestimate any team. That's how you lose. So,
right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and we hope to see you in the playoffs coming up. I know it's a long way away, but you can start looking forward to it.
Thanks.
All right, yeah, for sure. That's Aaron Franklin on the post-game show this evening on 104.3, 960 Sports, live HD video on mybasin.com. As we'll pan the camera away, going that way. You can go ahead and start doing it now. Thanks. It's okay. I'm just going to give you a hard time a little bit on the air. And, again, Klamath Union winning this one is 50-41. A great win for them as Dick, ceremoniously wipes the sweat off the old headset. Aaron Franklin again finishing with 10 points this evening in a game where his team won 50-41. But leading scorer tonight for the Pels was Jacob Cook. He scored 13 after the first half, sort of slowed down, but his team picked him up big time.
Yeah, he had 15 points total, and those are 15 hard-fought baskets. He was just getting pummeled underneath, and KU kind of went into a slow-down offense in the second half, and so they weren't working it into him as much. And so the buckets he did get, he really, really worked hard for. It's kind of interesting. KU only got 6 points in the third quarter and 7 in the fourth, so 13 total points in the second half. They had 17 in the first quarter and added 20 to that in the second quarter. North Valley came out and played really aggressively on defense, and the refs were letting the ball, letting the kids play. They weren't calling a lot of fouls. And KU, I think the key to the fact that they didn't score very much was the number of turnovers. They had 4 turnovers in the first half. They had 5 turnovers about halfway through the third quarter and wound up with a total of 10 turnovers in the second half. So, Coach Case, I'm sure, was talking to him about that in the locker room after the game. If KU wants to do well in the playoffs, and I'm pretty sure they'll make the playoffs, that's one of the things they really need to work on is not letting down in the third and fourth quarters, coming out and playing with the intensity they played in the first half.
And it was a big game for them, a big win. That'll be their 6th league win of the season. They're 6-2. They're 16-6 overall, and they've won their second straight. The only team ahead of them is Henley, who's also 5-2, at least as far as we know, and 15-6. It's going to be a close race for those 1 and 2 spots in the Skyline Conference. Again, you mentioned the top 2 teams go into the playoffs in the Skyline Conference, and the top 2 teams in every other conference also make it, and it'll get us a 12 out of the 16-team bracket in the OSAA state playoffs. 8 will qualify as a play-in game, and that's how we get to our final 4 teams once those 8 teams match up. And trim that down to 8, and they'll go to the double elimination tournament at Hillsborough High School out near Portland in Hillsborough, and that'll be a fun event too. Klamath Union looking confident. They look like they know what they want, and they still, again, I told Franklin this, I think they're still the best unit as a group as we've seen in this conference. And tonight, again, Darius Holmes had 4 points, and his team picked him up big time. And as a group, that's what you need.
You did. He's a leader. He's their captain. He is really a savvy ball player. He doesn't have to score all the time. Obviously tonight, that's something he didn't need to do. He ran the offense. He worked the ball around. He told the kids, what to do. He set up plays. And, 4 points is if you're looking at it on paper, you'd say, well, this kid had a crappy game. But he didn't have a lousy game. He actually played really well. He had some key rebounds. He played really well on defense. And he worked the ball inside, had some good dishes off to some of the other kids to score. And, that's the thing that's fun about watching KU is that, kids step up when they need to step up.
coming up for KU. They've got 2 more games left, both home games. Once against Phoenix this Friday, and then a week from today against Mazama to close out the season. They're looking good. They hope to continue it. Again tonight, a 50-41 victory over the North Valley Knights in a game that lasted about an hour 45. 1 tie, 1 lead change in a game where KU led at one point by 19. And again, they win by 9. 50-41 the final. That about does it for us this evening. Hope you enjoyed watching the Abby's Legendary Pizza Game of the Week with live HD video on mybasin.com and, of course, on the radio at 104.3 and 960 Sports. To watch an archive replay of this event, simply log on to mybasin.com and click on Watch. mybasin.com is your home for all happenings in the Basin, news, special events, and a whole lot more at mybasin.com. Once again, the final score this evening, 50-41. Special thanks to Coach Ed Case of the Klamath Union Pelicans and KU High School Athletic Director Scott Mason. Of course, my program director Rob Sims and Cale Harms for running the live stream this evening. For Dick North, I'm Josh Eldridge, and good night from North Valley High School.